Hello, can you everybody hear me? Oh, what a fucking day it's been. Jesus fucking Christ. Oh, look who's here. Look who's here. Malteser's here with his fucking sheriff's badge on. Is he an actual sheriff or what? I think Chris Eubank Jr. is an actual sheriff, isn't he? There you go. Malteser. It's been a while since we've seen him, isn't it? Malteser's here with his fucking plastic sheriff's badge on. This guy's headed for the fucking nut house. Make no fucking mistake. He's headed for the fucking nut house, man. This dude's headed for the fucking nut house. You know how this dude looked like? Remember them M&M adverts when you had the talking M&Ms? Hold on. Swear you had them M&M adverts with the talking. Here we go. This is who this fool looks like. Hold on. Oh, let me try to get over here. But he looked like this fool looked like one of them talking M&Ms. What is this dude doing, man, with his plastic sheriff's badge? Anyway, look, I don't know. It's been a hard time for the Eubanks, isn't it? It's been a hard time for the Eubanks, so I'm not sure how much I can go in on the Eubanks tonight, yeah? Because it's been a hard time on the Eubanks. So we've got Harlem Eubank on the card. You've got Chris Eubank, Thenia in the crowd. We've got Chris Eubank Jr. boxing soon. Is there any sign of this man? What about this man? Will he be here tonight? Are you lot always making jokes about this man? Remember this man? Nathaniel Wilson. Where's he? Is he still part of Team Eubank or what? Or have we just forgotten him again? Fucking hell. What happened to this dude, man? What happened to this dude? Nathaniel Wilson. Is he still in Team Eubank or has Chris forgotten him again or what? Oh, yo, I'm gonna get in trouble. So we're only 4 minutes in. Only 4 minutes in, and they're gonna be knocking at my door. With Chris Eubank Jr. with his sheriff's badge knocking at my door. Vinyl Pugilist says, was Nathaniel the one who got that phantom punch KO win at York Hall in his third fight? I can't remember. All I remember is Frank Warren trying to stir the pot and sign this dude and make him front and center on Box Nation. Wow, man. Frank Warren, man, he wanted to get under them Eubank skin. Actually, no, to be fair, Frank signed Nathaniel and he also signed Harley Ben, didn't he? He signed Harley Ben, innit? So if those two were in the same weight class, you know Frank would have just matched them straight up. No problem. But shout out to Harley Ben. You know Frank would have matched them two up ASAP. Let's have a look. Gary Core says, what's your prediction for Eubank fight? Do you know what? I have no idea. I've been busy. Do you know what? All the last the last 6 months, yeah, of working from home, I have not actually been working from home. I've been fucking around from home. And it's really now beginning to catch up. I've just actually done some real work today on a project. And I've just realised, fuck, this project's fucked up. So I'm in big trouble. I'm going to have to explain on Monday what the fuck I've been doing for the last 6 months, because it is not good. Like, this project is no good at the minute. So there's that. I honestly think Williams is good enough to beat Chris Eubank Jr. I just think too many people fall for the Eubank talk. Like, he talks a lot, Chris Eubank. We've seen it before from him a million times. From him, both him and his dad. They always talk that hot talk. When his dad turned up, I'm not going to play the famous introduction in a minute, although I still have it, yeah? But you'll remember my famous introduction. His dad turned up at the fucking Groves fight and was saying shit like, oh, I feel really sorry for George because, you know, my son Chris is going to really hurt him, you know, really do him some damage. And then Chris just got absolutely taken to fucking school, like 118, 112 or something. What was it? 116, 112. He got absolutely taken to the cleaners, didn't he, Chris Eubank? He got taken to the fucking cleaners. So it is what it is, isn't it? Man got taken to the cleaners. But beforehand, his dad was talking about how he was going to put George Groves in hospital and shit. The Eubanks always talk nonsense. I haven't even watched The Gloves Are Off. I hear people saying stuff like, oh, did you see Eubanks and The Gloves Are Off? He destroyed Liam Williams. Mate, nobody wins a fight in The Gloves Are Off. I'm surprised people don't understand this now. Nobody wins fights in The Gloves Are Off. The bottom line of it is this, I'm telling you now. If Liam Williams can establish a jab in this fight, he's got a great chance to win this fight. It's just a question of, can he handle the hot points? Because Eubank's very physical, isn't he? He's very physical. But you know what he likes to do? And I tell you what could be Eubank's undoing tonight. And I've been saying this for a while. And by the way, this fucking Roy Jones stuff is absolutely ridiculous. Like, there's no sign that Roy Jones has made like a massive amount of difference to the way Chris Eubank. If you look at Chris Eubank's last performance against Marcus Morrison, right? That was the same old Eubank. Wasn't it though? Let's be real. Let's be 100% real. That performance that we saw from Chris Eubank against Marcus Morrison was the same old Eubank, wasn't it? You know what, yeah? No jab. You know what he likes to do? He likes to just walk into range. Watch out for this. Chris Eubank Jr., what he likes to do is stalk and just walk into range. Anytime he's faced with a decent jab, he doesn't know how to get past it. He doesn't know how to come under it. He doesn't know how to slip and counter. Am I lying? Look at his fight against Korobov. Look at his fight against Billy Joe Saunders. Look at his fight against George Groves. Doesn't know how to deal with a decent jab. Once you get Chris Eubank at the end of a jab, he doesn't know how to set up shots. He doesn't know how to slip. He doesn't know how to counter. He doesn't know how to roll under. He doesn't know how to do any of that stuff. And that's why every time he's come up against opponents with good jabs, he's lost. And his losses were big losses. They were big losses. He was never in any part of that George Groves fight. Am I lying? When he got beat by George Groves, when George Groves basically jabbed him to oblivion in that fight, right? He was never in that fight at any point, was he? I don't ever remember him being in that fight at any point. When he fought Matvey Korobov, that was when he fought Matvey Korobov. That was what was that? When he fought Matvey Korobov. That was a 120, 108, wasn't it? On the cards. I mean, he was getting totally schooled in that fight. He didn't have a fucking clue what to do in that fight until the man's shoulder fell out. And then he didn't even give him a rematch. He didn't even rematch him. So all this talk about Roy Jones, I've got my own theories on Roy Jones, but we'll see tonight. You know, if Chris Eubank Jr. wins, I'm going to give him credit. But I think people are grossly overlooking Liam. The one thing that worries me about Liam Williams was that he was stopped by Liam Smith. And that's what worries me. Now, if you're getting stopped by Liam Smith, there's question marks if you're going to get him with Chris Eubank Jr. Because I would say Chris Eubank Jr. is possibly a heavier puncher than Liam Smith. Possibly. So you're getting stopped by Liam Smith. Now you're getting in with a 160 Chris Eubank. There could be problems. But I have to be real and be honest, you know. If you look at Liam Williams, right, and look at Liam Williams, the performance he put on against, who did he put on? Against Andrade. I think Andrade has a lot of technical flaws, but Andrade has an exceptional jab when he uses it. And Andrade has an exceptionally long jab when he uses it. Think about that. Liam Williams went the distance and gave Andrade problems. In my opinion, he hurt Andrade in that fight. And Andrade has a very, very, very long jab, and Williams was able to get in, bypass, and use angles. Chris Eubank Jr. doesn't have a jab that we've seen so far. Maybe we'll see it tonight for the first time, but am I lying? Does Chris Eubank pump the jab? No, he does not. He doesn't pump the jab. Chris Eubank doesn't pump the jab. So Liam Williams ain't going to have the same kind of, you won't feel he's going to have the same kind of issues against Andrade that he had against Eubank. He's not dealing with like someone who's both athletically gifted and awkward. He's just dealing with someone who's athletically gifted. Chris Eubank Jr. is incredibly athletically gifted. So is Andrade. But Andrade is also incredibly awkward. He is incredibly awkward. Chris Eubank Jr. is not awkward at all. If Liam Williams can establish a jab and get behind the jab, I think he's got a genuine chance. And I hope he turns southpaw. Eubank didn't know what to do against Korobov's southpaw jab. I'm hoping Liam Williams turns southpaw. And if you see Liam Williams, he switches constantly. Even against Andrade, he was switching orthodox southpaw. He was switching constantly throughout the fight. So the other Eubank performance, let me just quickly say this and then we'll get on to something else. The other Eubank performance was, I don't know if it was the performance before or after Marcus Morrison. He fought that German import. Do you remember that? He fought that German import, that tall guy, that tall German boxer who looked about fucking 2 weight classes below him. And he was a guy who actually had a fight booked in a small hall the week after. Do you guys remember that? And do you remember how stupid that guy made Eubank look for the first 1, 2, 3, 4 rounds? I think Williams has a genuine chance in this fight. Got to get behind the jab. But can he handle the physicality? That's as simple as that. Can he handle the physicality? Because when Eubank pins him and lets his hands go, is he going to be able to get off the ropes? If he can't get off the ropes and he has to take a shot and get hurt, we'll have to see. Eubank it can finish. But I tell you one thing, who would you say is a bigger puncher, Andrade or Eubank? I'd say Andrade is a bigger puncher than Eubank all day. Andrade, as bad as he is a very, very, very fast starter. Do you know what I mean? As technically dodgy as Andrade is, he's a very, very good starter. He starts very, very fast in fights. Chris Eubank Jr. is actually the complete opposite of Andrade. Chris Eubank Jr. is a slow starter in fights. He takes time to get into fights. Andrade's best rounds tend to be his first 2 to 3 rounds. If you look at a lot of Andrade's fights, he actually knocks guys down early in fights, Andrade. Knocks guys down in the first 2 to 3 rounds, but then he can't finish. Can't clean up, can't finish the job. So we'll see. Like I said before, Eubank is the overwhelming favourite, isn't he? According to the bookies or whatever. But I think Williams has got a real chance. So the point is, it is what it is. You know what? I'm not even watching this card. Do you know that? I'm not even watching this card. Right, Marco says, so Steve USSR Robinson just got absolutely battered by a journeyman. Tonight's off to a good start. Really? That's a shame. And I mean that. He's a lovely guy, he is, Steve Robinson. I've got no problem. I know, obviously, he's affiliated with other places on YouTube, but I've got a lot of time for Steve Robinson. Let me get this fucking card on. I just realised I've even got this bloody card up. Oh, is it still free on Sky? All right, let me get this up then. Is the whole thing still free on Sky? Let me know. If it is, I'll get it up. Yeah, okay. So for the post-fight, we've got Ingram coming in. Ingram's just confirmed that. So for the post-fight, it's Ingram. I think we're going to do a separate video for the post-fight, if that makes sense. So this live is just going to be for the live reaction. But then we're also going to have a separate video for the for the post-fight with Ingram. So let's just see. Here we go. Right, I'm watching it now live on Sky. Right, Jenkins and Ndongo. What the fuck am I watching this for? Is this the great Ndongo who got wiped out by Terence Crawford for Undisputed, yeah? All right, so Chris Jenkins versus Ndongo. I've got the Sky card in the background. Joe says, as much as I hear all of this and appreciate your analysis pre-fight, I've still got Eubank by K. Yeah, listen, my picks are normally wrong. When I first started on YouTube, my ratio of picks was just, I was like Nostradamus. I couldn't pick wrong. And then recently, I could. Oh, my lovely missus is now bringing me in some roast chicken. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Okay, cool. I don't know how I'm going to eat this and be on camera at the same time, but it is what it is. So yeah. Let's just get some stuff up. Sorry about that. So listen, you'd have to go with Eubank, wouldn't you? I don't know. I think Williams is capable of doing it, and I don't. And let me say before I move on. I don't believe the Chris Eubank Jr. Roy Jones hype at all. To be honest, I don't believe the Chris Eubank Jr. Roy Jones hype. We've been looking at footage of Chris Eubank on the pads and Chris Eubank in training, and he doesn't look great. He doesn't look great at all, in my opinion. Right, so Steve Robinson got beat tonight. Can somebody tell me about that? What happened with Stephen USSR Robinson? Did he get knocked out or what? What happened to him tonight? Let me just catch up. I haven't watched anything. I've just shut down my work laptop and jumped on. That's why I was late. What happened to Steve USSR Robinson? He get himself KO'd, yeah? What happened? Or did he just get beat on points? What happened with him? I'll be honest with you, like I said before, I know he's affiliated with another channel and stuff. He lost on points. I know he's affiliated with another channel, but he's a very, very likable guy, and I wish him all the best. I seen him I seen his pad work routines, and I've seen some stuff, and there are problems there. There definitely are problems there in the technique. Unfortunately for the guy, definitely are problems in the technique. When I watched him on the pads, I'm not even sure if he was like pulling his hands back or something. I can't remember what it was. I sat and watched him on the pads, and it didn't look great. Hands weren't coming back, chin was in the air. There were things in there that I saw, some specifics that were pretty bad. Pretty bad. Vinyl Pugilist says very static, easily hit, loads of potential. Robinson was just walking onto shots. Went 12 and lost on points. He lost every round to someone 0-1. Wow. Jesus Christ almighty. Both were blocking punches with his faces and gassed after 4 rounds. It is what it is. Sonny Singh says he has no head movement. Let me tell you about head movement. He's a tall guy, so he doesn't really need to move his head because he's going to be taller than pretty much every guy he gets in the ring with. But there's an art to fighting tall, and the art of fighting tall basically revolves around knowing your distance and not falling into the shots. And knowing your distance, that's very, very important when you fight tall. You don't really have to use head movement. We saw that from Vladimir Klitschko. He never really had much head movement either. But you have to know your distance. It's very, very important. And also, like I said before, bringing your hands back is so important as well. So it's distance. Obviously that's why tall guys controlling the range with the jab. Me. You guys know it. This is why I love touch jab, especially for tall fighters. Tall fighters. Touch jab should be just it should be a non-discussion. Do you know what I mean? Using a touch jab, because if you're firing stiff jab after stiff jab after stiff jab at somebody, right, and you're missing those stiff jabs, it can be quite hard to gauge the distance and gauge where you are versus where they are, particularly when you're dealing with somebody who is very aggressive. So that's why, Tyson Fury versus Derek Chisora 2 is actually a very, very good technical performance, because Fury's not just sitting there pumping out the jab, pumping out the jab, pumping up the jab. He's just constantly touching to figure out where the opponent is, and he's always adjusting his feet. And someone like Robinson would work wonders for someone as tall as Robinson. Just touch, move your feet, touch, adjust your feet, stiff jab, touch, adjust your feet, stiff jab, touch. Does that make sense? So we'll have to see. But I've seen some of the things I've seen from him on the pads that were fucking, they were not good. But I didn't want to say anything about it, because if I say anything, it's going to be Ultra's a hater because he's affiliated with another channel. And trust me, that's not how I roll. He's a very, very likable guy. Let's just see here. Oh, Jesus Christ. This is pathetic. This is. See more tweets from Ultra. Twitter's just a fucking clown show at the minute. Let's go. Did Caroline Dubois fight already? I have no idea. Let me guys know. I've literally just got the card on. I was a bit late, and I was supposed to do a little bit of opponent analysis a la Chris Lloyd, and it didn't quite happen for me. Thank you to all those who are joining for the first time. Only 77 people. We've got some stiff competition out there tonight, but trust me when I say this, yeah, we are by far, I believe, the best in the UK when it comes to this. Like, not even close. Like, if you look at the setup and the sort of the broadcast setup we've got, look at the graphics we've got on our screen. Look at what we're delivering compared to what's been delivered elsewhere. You know, it's a no-brainer. It really is a no-brainer. Do you know what I mean? So there's that. They're saying Caroline Dubois should be up next. Fair enough. What's she like in interviews? Hopefully she says more words than Daniel. So yeah, it's a shame about Steve USSR Robinson. What else has gone on tonight? So tell me about Otto Warden. I haven't seen Otto Warden yet versus what's his name? Fucking Solakowski. It seems like I'm here. I heard someone say Solakowski got robbed. So did he get robbed again, or was it a fair result? But I heard Otto Warden stank it out tonight. Stank out the joint. So right now, I suppose David Adelaide will be very happy. His performance against Solakowski just keeps looking better by the day, doesn't it? Because Solakowski took out George Fox, who was highly rated, and people gave him a pretty good chance against. People thought he did pretty well against Otto Warden. So it is what it is. Hold on, let me just get this right. Hold on. Here we go. Get this right. Marco says Warlin wasn't in shape. Was he not? I'll be getting the excuses ready. I mean, look, it is what it is, isn't it? Let me tell you something for Warlin, right? Fighting on the fucking undercard, on a box of undercard against Solakowski is very, very different to the effort he would have put in when he had to get in the ring with Dillian White. I mean, he trained for ages for that fight and spent thousands and thousands on camp. So it is what it is. Look, I think some fighters really do raise their performance for the big fights. Some fighters, honestly, some fighters find it very, very hard to get up for them kind of fights. It just is what it is. Joe says he was 20 to 25 pounds overweight. Sorry, I'm just trying to get my Sky Sports up. 1 second. That's why I'm not fucking... I'm in a bit of a nightmare here. I'm just trying to get my Sky Sports up. So bear with me. It's going to be a slow starter tonight, but hopefully we'll get into it. Plenty of time still to go. And don't forget, for those of you joining, Ingram from Bayloric TV, BWTM Sports, will be joining us to do the post-fight. So hopefully I will get the night off. But yeah, a few people saying, oh, this proves White would have destroyed Wilding. Possibly, but, you know, boxing's on the night, isn't it? Oh, I see. Boxing's on the night, isn't it? Hold on. I know how to do this. Chris S says the undercard was on YouTube. If I'd have known, I would have watched it. Hold on, let me just get this up. I'm having a nightmare getting up my Sky. Here we go. Hold on. Oh my gosh. Having an absolute fucking nightmare. The last thing I saw was Claressa Shields was backstage. Never saw anything else after that. Bear with me. Okay. Are we still in round 4? Am I caught up or am I behind? Can someone tell me? Are we still in round 4 of Ndongo and Jenkins? Let me know. Right. Richard from Twitter says, Enzo being savage on comms, brutal on Robinson's lack of defense, and Wyden versus Solakowski. Yeah, well, we asked Enzo Macarinelli to come on this show, but it was what it was. You guys are saying round 5. Yeah, so obviously I am behind. I'm quite a bit behind, so we'll have to catch up. Richard, if you can send me something by email, that would be fantastic, because I'm a little bit behind here. And I know where I need to be, but it's a bit harder than me. I'm trying to find it. Right, round's over for me. Okay, fine. So I'm a little bit behind, but I'll catch up. Phil says, I felt sorry for you, USSR Robinson. What the fuck? I mean, nothing's working tonight. Twitter, it just keeps putting this shit up. Fucking absolute fucking cunts they are. I felt sorry for USSR Robinson. No amateur experience, no skills, thrown to the wolves. Who gave him the contract? Well, look. On Robinson, he's got the look, isn't he? You know, I can see why they pushed him. He looks great. He's got a great physique. I mean, you can see, you know, you get him knocking people out. You know, he's got a physique. He's got a look. No, I think you do push someone like him, to be honest. I think you do push someone like him. But I'll be honest with you, I'm not trying to put the guy down, but if you're getting beaten conclusively by guys who are 0-1, then it's quite possible that the writing's on the wall, isn't it? It's quite possible that the writing's on the wall. Mark Stanton says, I rated Warding 2. So let me read this way. Mark Stanton says, I rated Warding 2 and thought he would give White a nightmare, but tonight has not done him any favours. Hearn will probably get him in with Chisora. Oh, the merry-go-round goes again. The Derek Chisora merry-go-round goes again. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. The Derek Chisora merry-go-round. Absolutely fantastic. Gee whiz. That's one merry-go-round I would love to see end in it. The Derek Chisora. Who's gonna win the Derek Chisora sweepstakes? I keep hearing it's gonna be whatchamacallit? Chris Ariola. A-Blacks, where's A-Blacks been? A-Blacks says USSR Robinson with KO AJ and White. Oh God. I don't want to take the piss out of the guy, you know. I really wish all the best for him. Let's have a look. Ben Ellis is here. He says Chisora's going to be fighting with a bus pass. What? The fucking Mongs want him to get in the ring of Wilder for whatever reason. Crazy D3 says Chisora's a spliff. Passed around too many times. Oh, it's cold. That is cold. The man called Chisora a spliff and said he'd be passed around too many times. Absolutely cold. It is what it is. Shout out to my man Dev Sani and his interview recently with Joe Joyce. I might put a link to that. Oh, what the fuck is he doing here? Sam Tuller's turned up now. He says both fighters are good. Chris Eubank has the edge, but Williams seems more hungry. 60-40 to Eubank, but if Williams brings out the dog in the fight, he may just edge it. It's a close call. Sam Tull on his best behaviour. Daniel Campbell said Chisora is done. He needs to retire. He stunk out the place in 3 of his last 4. Didn't you hear? He nearly beat Usyk, apparently. Didn't you hear? Apparently, he nearly beat Usyk. So, yeah, tell me about Wilding then. So, what's the feeling about Wilding then? Is the feeling that this guy is just, like, overrated, right? What's the feeling on Wilding? Is the feeling that the guy is overrated after the performance tonight? Somebody gave it a 6 out of 10. Let me just quickly check this roast chicken. This is going to go cold before the night's ending, but hold on. Wow. Mrs. Aldrin did a good job. I just need some hot sauce. I just need some hot sauce for this. Really nice. Needs hot sauce, though. Let me get the Frank's hot sauce out. Let me get rid of this guy here. A-Black says, to be fair, USSR hit some shots. London Chef says, I hope that's seasoned. Yes, with chicken seasoning and Knorr. A-Black says, Solikowski is better than his record suggests. Thank you very much. My mate just brought in some hot sauce for me. There you go. Still not going to put a ring on it, though, but it is what it is. Let's have a look. Gary Harrison says, might have looked pretty average tonight, but one bad fight isn't the end of the world. Chris S says Frank Warren hot sauce. Let me tell you, Frank Warren's had a fucking hell of a week, hasn't he? Now, he has had a hell of a week. By the way, if you're wondering, I want to cover. We'll cover Caroline Dubois and Claressa Shields. Okay, so we will do that. All right. So let me see if I can get that up. As soon as I can get up the Caroline Dubois fight, I will cover that fight, and I'll cover Claressa Shields as well. So, like I said before, at the minute, I'm not going to do a live for Chris Jenkins and Julius Ndongu. That fight's now in round 6. I'm a little bit behind, but it is what it is. Let's have a look here. Let's check my email. Here we go. Thank you very much, Richard, for that. Let's just try that out. Let's try something, see if we can speed up this coverage. 1 second. The fuck is this? What on earth is this? Hey, Richard, I'm seeing MMA at the minute. Are you? Let me know about that, Richard. I'm seeing MMA at the minute instead of actual boxing, but let me know. Maybe it'll be coming on soon. I've got both of them in the background. Let's have a look here. Adam Hughes says, Just think, if the red did a proper Otto Warlin, what's the fuck? Just think, if the red did a proper job, Otto Warlin, but in line for the undisputed. Oh, right, really bad spelling. If the ref did a proper job. Okay, fine, right. So you think the fight should have been stopped? But bro, Fury was able to close out the fight, wasn't he? He was able to continue, and he was able to close out the fight. So it was what it was, right? It was what it was. 1 second. Oh, down the left-hand side. No, I can't see that. I'll have a look in a bit. All right, no worries. I've got it on. I'll have a look in a bit. I will have a look in a bit. Let's have a look. Ben Ellis says, might put a sneaky 50 quid on Williams. I don't know about that. We'll have to wait and see. Sorry, do you know what? This is the most unprepared I have ever been. Like, literally, at the minute, nothing is working. Like, nothing. So let me just stick to this. I'm going to stick to my current window at the minute. Right, let me do that. So I've got Chris Jenkins on in the background. Sorry, nothing is working tonight. Nothing. Like, literally, nothing is working whatsoever. It's an absolute joke. Like, the comments are slow to come in on the stream. Fucking knitter's not working properly. Just absolute mayhem right now. Everything I touch is just turning to shit. It is what it is. Shout out to Dr. Mark Prince OBE. Right, let's have a look here. Let me try and get the card up as well. Let's get the card up on Box Live. Here we go. Let's just try and get the card up. Let's try and do that. Fuck you. Okay, hold on. Fights. Schedule. Here we go. Eubank versus Williams. Keith Thurman on later tonight. I might have a little watch of that. Let's get this up as well. Let's just see what the undercard is. Here we go. So Wilder versus Solakowski's done. Looking forward to seeing Claressa Shields. What else? Oh, it's not showing anybody else who's on this card. Fucking amazing. Volta says, when can we see Ultra in a boxing ring? Stupid question. Epic Darts is getting a ban. Let's have a look here. Right. It is what it is. I'm watching Jenkins versus Ndongo. I'm not really bothered about it. I've got it on in the background. It'll be slow burner show. To be honest, I think what I've done here is I've gone on live too early. If I'd have known this was going to happen, I would have eaten first and then gone on live at 8 o'clock. It is what it is. Let's have a look here. So let's just have a look at some news, some general news, while we wait for some of the more dazzling undercard fights to take place. All right. So, Jesus fucking Christ Almighty, Twitter's just on one tonight, isn't it? Pathetic. Let's have a look here. Oh, Jesus, I can't even show anything. Liam Williams is going to be called before the BBOC. For saying, oh my God, it's just unbelievable. Liam Williams is going to be called before the BBOC for saying that he wants to kill Chris Eubank Jr. So that's what will be happening today. So it is what it is. That's what will be happening. Liam Williams will be getting called before the BBOC for saying that he wants to kill Chris Eubank Jr. Yeah, there we go. For saying that he wants to kill Chris Eubank Jr. in tonight's fight. Finally, I managed to get this working. Hopefully things can start working again. So there you go. Liam Williams condemned after saying he will kill Chris Eubank Jr. I mean, like I said before, the BBOC are pretty pathetic, aren't they? They don't want to do anything about their judging. What was the recent judging controversy? Was it the one with Rickson, where the referee threw the fucking towel back out? After Davey Rickson threw the towel in, this guy went and threw the towel out, and then Lewis Rickson take even more punches. There was that, and then there was another judging controversy. What was the most recent BBOC judging controversy where everybody knew that the referee messed it up? That was the one, Ski. Shiraz versus Ski. And the BBOC backed that referee. You see what I'm saying? The BBOC backed that referee. They backed that disgraceful referee, but they're now going to fine Liam Williams for something that he said. But they're not willing to investigate. They're not willing to investigate their own judges who keep getting it wrong in decent fights and keep ruining fights. It's pathetic, isn't it? That is absolutely pathetic. Do you know? That is really pathetic. The BBOC should be ashamed of themselves, in my opinion. What they need to do is they need to start having a look at their judging and their refereeing, right? In fights, and stop ruining fights for the average person. Don't worry about what Liam Williams said before a fight. Liam Williams has been wound up all week by Chris Eubank Jr. So don't worry what Liam Williams has been saying. The BBOC's Robert Smith has stated that Liam Williams is set to be called before the board after the Chris Eubank Jr. fight and reprimanded for saying, Chris Eubank Jr. makes my skin crawl every time I look at him. I deeply dislike the guy and I would like to, you know what, him. It is what it is. Gennady Golovkin also had something to say about Chris Eubank Jr. There you go. Gennady Golovkin saying that Chris Eubank Jr.'s talk is cheap. But we all remember that Chris Eubank Jr. was supposed to sign for the Gennady Golovkin fight about 6 years ago. Eddie Hearn had everything ready and everything done for him. To be fair, that's one of the few times a big fight failed to get made and you couldn't really like slag off Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn did everything in the world. He did everything that was possible to make that fight happen. But Chris Eubank Jr. and his dad just kept adding clause after clause after clause, clause after clause after clause, and they just wouldn't sign. Pathetic. So this is what I'm saying. Too many people are obsessed with Eubank, you know. They're obsessed with this guy. I don't know what it is. I remember when they were saying he was going to beat Billy Joe Saunders, and I was like, he was the betting favourite to beat Billy Joe. I was thinking, how the fuck is he the favourite to beat Billy Joe Saunders? No way. People were obsessed with him because of the way he talks, because he appears confident. But the truth is, at the highest level, confidence alone doesn't win you fights. Not at the highest level. Not in my opinion. I mean, I wouldn't know, but at the highest level, I don't think so. And there you go. And he never signed for the fight. So, you know, Chris Eubank Jr. is all smoke and mirrors, in my opinion. Ryan Garcia's latest opponent, Ryan Garcia's latest opponent looks exactly like Ahara Davis. We'll have a look at that in a bit. He looks exactly like Ahara Davis. Look at this guy here. This guy here reckons he's put his entire life savings on Chris Eubank to beat Liam Williams tonight. No joke. This guy's just Instagram DM'd Chris Eubank saying, Chris, I've unloaded my entire life savings on you to win by stoppage. So listen, I hope there are a couple of homeless shelters near where this boy lives, because, well, he probably hasn't got much life savings to begin with. Probably got a couple of pounds here and there, but fuck me. His entire life savings on Eubank to win by stoppage. So if Liam Williams goes the distance, this guy's going to be sleeping on people's couches. Very, very, very interesting stuff. Alexander Usyk as well. Ukrainian second division. Mr. Sitter, didn't he? I think we've got the video of that. Of Usyk. Usyk playing football for a Division 2 team, but he missed an absolute sitter in that game, didn't he? Usyk. He missed an absolute sitter in that game. So there's that. There you go. Let me see if I can get the video up of that. That was hilarious. It is to do with that. I'll go through your comments in just a sec. Just trying to get some news on. I'm in round 8 of 8 of Ndongo and Jenkins. Caroline Dubois next, and then we'll be getting going. Volts UK says, who's fighting Darwin next? So we're in the last round of Ndongo and Jenkins, but I'm behind, so that fight's probably off now. What round are you in? I've got 50 seconds left in round 8. So I'm about a minute behind, but I'm going to catch up quite shortly, okay? So Ndongo Jenkins just finished. Caroline Dubois is up next. So we'll start commentating on Caroline Dubois in just a second. 20 seconds left. So I'm about 30 seconds behind. Tyson Fury versus Dillian White. Wembley has now emerged as the favourite to host the fight. That will boil the piss of Matchroom FC fans all over the UK, because we all know Eddie Hearn is the only person capable of holding events at Wembley. So we've been told for the last couple of years. If Frank Warren was able to pull off that fight in Wembley Stadium, that would absolutely boil the piss of Matchroom FC everywhere, wouldn't it? Everywhere. It is what it is. So why? I mean, the people close to me, so Riku and Shevin and people like that, they don't think White's going to turn up. the last episode of the live show with Riku was really interesting because there are big doubts over this arbitration. Let me just quickly say this, and I'll say this quickly, right? Because I didn't explain it very well on the last show, but I'm going to explain it right now, okay? Dillian Whyte, right? Here's the problem with Dillian Whyte's arbitration. Arbitration normally takes place at court, right? We call the Court of Arbitration for Sport in Lausanne. Bridget from Twitter, let me know if I've got this right, okay? So it's normally the Court of Arbitration in Lausanne, yeah, is where the arbitration is held, right? Now, we've looked up the cases for Dillian Whyte at the Court of Arbitration of Sport, and we found a case for Dillian Whyte versus the WBC. But this case is for what happened before he was made mandatory. So this case basically is Dillian Whyte, yeah, going through arbitration to try and get the WBC to install him as the champion and make Tyson Fury the champion in recess, right? Now, Dillian Whyte has already been made the mandatory challenger and is now fighting Tyson Fury. So that particular arbitration case should be resolved. There's nothing really to be resolved because the WBC have enforced Dillian Whyte as the mandatory challenger, right? So he's going to get his title shot, okay? So far, that arbitration case, right, that looks like it's probably going to be handled. But here's the point. We cannot see and cannot find a case, an open case for Dillian Whyte going to arbitration over the 80-20 purse split. And that's quite key because the reason why everyone's saying Dillian Whyte is being quiet is because Dillian Whyte has an open arbitration over his 80-20 split. And he can't say anything in case it influences the case, which is bollocks anyway. But they're saying he can't say anything because it influences the case. We can't find any sort of indication, right, that Dillian Whyte actually has some form of case for the 80-20 split, if that makes sense. So, look, I'll leave it at that. That's probably a really bad explanation, but there's some things about this quote-unquote arbitration that don't make sense. And also, one other thing. We checked, yeah, with the Court of Arbitration for Sport, yeah? All right? We checked with the Court of Arbitration for Sport in Switzerland, right? And Richard and Riku checked the hearings. There are no hearings involving Dillian Whyte scheduled up to April and beyond because you can see the schedule of hearings and Dillian Whyte is not on the list. So there's either one of two things happening here, to put it quite simply, right? Either Dillian Whyte has an arbitration case for the 80-20 split or for the purse split or for whatever, right? And it's been held by another court. It's been held by a different court to the court that held his previous grievance, or there's no arbitration hearings coming up for Dillian Whyte all the way up until past April. Does that make sense what I've just said? We checked the Court of Arbitration for Sport, where his last hearing was held. There's nothing involving Dillian Whyte past April. And which is odd because people keep saying, no, Ultra, he's undergoing arbitration for this 80-20 split, and he's going to get a decision in March. And that decision in March is going to tell us if he gets a bigger piece of the pie or not. If anybody anywhere can find me any proof or evidence or documentation that he is involved in an arbitration over that split, please send it in and let it know. Because right now, nobody can find anything. At the Court of Arbitration for Sport in Switzerland, there is no Dillian Whyte hearings until after April. That's all I got to say. I don't think that made sense really, but that is what we're looking into at the minute. Righty-ho. Let's carry on. Chris Jenkins is just finishing off. Johnny Nelson, ringside tonight with Anna Woolhouse. Johnny Nelson looking rather dapper, actually. Looks like a Burberry jacket to me. I'll see if I can get you a picture of what Johnny Nelson's looking like tonight. I was going to say it's quite pleasant to see Johnny Nelson back on the screen, but to be honest, I'll probably be lying here. We'll see if we can get Anna Woolhouse in as well to see what she's wearing. Anna Woolhouse actually dressing quite reserved tonight for Anna Woolhouse. Normally, well, I'm not sure if I can say it on here without getting into trouble, but we all know normally Anna Woolhouse dresses in a particular way. But I think recently being absolutely brutally upstaged by Michaela Meyer has kind of calmed her down a bit. I think she's now understood her. I think she's now begun to understood her place in the natural order of things. You know, Anna Woolhouse used to dress nice and sexy, but Michaela Meyer absolutely put her in the dirt. You see how if you see Michaela Meyer the other day standing next to Anna Woolhouse, looked like chalk and cheese. So I think Michaela's come out there and put her in her place. That's what Johnny Nelson's wearing tonight. Johnny Nelson, don't know where he got that fucking jacket from. Looks like he got it from fucking Carpets R Us, doesn't it? I thought that looked like a Burberry at first, but now that I can see it in full flow, looks like Johnny Nelson went to Carpets R Us, took a sample off, took it home, made it into a jacket, and now he's walked onto Sky Sports. Mind you, Johnny Nelson is in a relationship with Kirsty Gallagher, so who am I to slag off the great horse riding Johnny Nelson himself? The great horse riding Johnny Nelson himself. What? One minute he's pro BLM, and the next minute Johnny Nelson's 1 minute he's BLM, and next minute he's riding horses. So good old Johnny Nelson. Good old Johnny Nelson. Mark Stanton says it's pointless for White to have a case. If he signs that fight contract, he's accepted the deal. Yeah, I'll believe it when I see it. Let's see. Everybody around White is saying he's taking the fight. Hearn says he's taking the fight. I think Spencer Fearon's basically said White's going to be taking the fight. So let's see what happens. Apparently, he's waiting on this arbitration. I can't see any evidence that any sort of ongoing arbitration is taking place, re the 80-20 split. But we'll see what it is. Mark Stanton says, I'm sure my granddad had a sofa like Johnny Nelson. Let me get this picture back up of Johnny Nelson tonight, and I'll get a picture of Anna Woolhouse up in a second. Anna Woolhouse got put to sleep by Michaela Meyer. Michaela Meyer was a model, though. Do you guys know that, right? Like, Michaela Meyer is the real deal. She was an actual model, Michaela Meyer. So she's in a different planet. When she stood next to Anna Woolhouse, it wasn't very pretty. The outcome wasn't very pretty. The outcome was like when Maya Jama used to sit next to Laura Woods. And that's the reason why Maya Jama ain't on the zone no more. Right, about Johnny Nelson's jacket tonight. Richard says, looks like the material from Volkswagen hatchbacks in the early 90s. It is what it is. London Shaft says he looks like Candyman from the county side. All Freedom Boxing says made from Sherlock Holmes's hat. Johnny Nelson there. Let's see. Carl Froch, the Flat Earther, is also doing punditry tonight. Carl Froch, the Flat Earther. Wonder if they want to bring that up on the. Wonder if they fancy bringing that up on Sky Sports. Carl Froch, the Flat Earther. What's this? Is this some kind of press-up contest between Caroline Dubois and Anna Woolhouse? Listen, Anna Woolhouse is in tremendous shape, you know. She does work out very hard. She does work out very, very hard. So currently on Sky, we're waiting for Caroline Dubois. Anna Woolhouse, yet again, is in a state of undress. I mean, like I said, Anna Woolhouse, any excuse for her to get her kit off, put some leggings on. If you've ever seen her Instagram, look, let's see if we can find it. If you ever see Anna Woolhouse's Instagram, I mean, I haven't seen it in a while. I know her Twitter page was just unbelievable. Her Twitter page, like, with all due respect, you know, you see her Twitter page, you're kind of expecting an OnlyFans to be there. This is the wrong Anna Woolhouse, 1 second. You see Anna Woolhouse's Twitter page and you're kind of expecting an OnlyFans link to pop up. I mean, it's just, there's not a lot of clothes going on there at all. There's not a lot of clothes on. Here we go. Oh, Jesus Christ. Maybe she's got rid of it on Twitter. Or maybe this isn't her. Let's have a quick look at the media. Nah, I think it's a replacement. I'll find it in a bit. Richard from Twitter says, Carl Froch and his brother keeping the tinfoil hat industry in business. They should do a show in it. If Sky really want to bring the subscribers on, yeah? If Boxer really want to get some views, Boxer should do a conspiracy show, innit? Boxer should do a conspiracy show. Like haunted houses with Carl and Lee Froch. That's what they should do. Haunted houses with Carl and Lee Froch, featuring Derek Akora, God rest his soul. I'd pay good money to see that. I'd pay good money to see that. I would pay very, very good money to see that. Here we go. Caroline Dubois, we're still waiting for Caroline Dubois to come to the ring. Let's have a look at, oh my gosh, fair play to Anna Woolhouse. Look, here's her Instagram. Wow, she's actually got clothes on. I respect that. Wow, fair play. Fully clothed. There we go. It didn't take long, did it? It didn't take long, did it? Old habits die hard. Yeah, fully clothed for about 6 seconds. Hold on. Fully clothed for about 6 seconds. Let's get the Twitter up. Hold on. Fully clothed for all of 6 seconds. Bloody hell. Hold up. I think she's deleted her Twitter now. She was getting a lot of harassment. I know why. I think she was getting a lot of harassment from somebody and she decided to take it down again. Let's have one more look. No, she's good looking. She's good looking. I just find it funny that she's always in, she's never got any clothes on. So if you look here, throughout the month of December, she's been doing really well. Can you see? Look, Anna Woolhouse. She's been doing really well. Look, all the way through December and January. Clothes on, really well, really well, really well. And if you just see here, if this fucking piece of shit page will load, unbelievable what's going on tonight, isn't it? Can't get anything going, can I? And if you just see here, it's going to stop loading and not let me do it. But I'll Google it and find out. A few of you are saying she's not good looking. Nah, she's a very, very good looking woman. She looks different without makeup on, but she's a very good looking woman. There's no question. I'm not going to disrespect Anna Woolhouse. She's a very, very good looking woman. Here we go. Look. Let me show you now. This is classic Woolhouse. And then we'll move on. Look. Here's what I'm saying. No clothes on. She's got a great physique. No one's questioning that. But yeah, look. This is what I'm saying. If you look at her Instagram and social media, this woman's, yeah. Look, it's just unbelievable. She's got a fantastic physique, but yeah, she does like to show it off. Let's put it that way. And there were a lot of question marks about her Twitter because there wasn't a lot of professional content on there. There was a lot of other things on there, but there wasn't a lot of professional content on there. So big question marks were raised about, what is the purpose of this page? What is the purpose? Are you a serious presenter? Are you someone who's serious about boxing, or are you somebody that likes to get likes on Twitter and Instagram? It is what it is. Sonia Hamilton's about to get the ban. Don't be mean about her. Well, I'm not being mean, and you can't spell about. So we'll call that 2 strikes. 1 more strike and you're out. All right. 1 strike for saying that I was being mean, and the 2nd strike for putting a W in about. All right. Marco says she's lost too much weight, used to be better. That's fair enough. Joe says, I swear Caroline Dubois. Yeah, where is this woman? Hold on. Caroline Dubois. I've got this here in the background. Let me get this on. Right. Here we go. I swear Caroline Dubois is Daniel with a weave on. It's scaring me. They do look identical. Let's put it this way. Don't think there'll be any DNA tests going on in the Caroline Dubois household. Let's put it that way, innit? I don't think Daniel and Daniel's father will be going on Jeremy Kyle to do any DNA tests anytime soon, because they look pretty effing alike. And here comes Caroline Dubois to the ring. This is the first time I've actually seen her, by the way, in a professional ring or any ring. So it's Caroline Dubois coming to the arena. Sky Sports boxer. Is Ben Shalom still pretending to be Dillian White's representative? Can anybody tell me? Ben Shalom. Man, this roast chicken was excellent. It's just a shame it went cold while I was doing the show for you guys. Oh my word. She's coming out to Sweet Caroline, is she? Bloody hell, let's see. Ben Ellis says, if White doesn't take this fight, I'll personally have to hunt him down and attempt to give him a beating. Oof, I think you might end up in a coma. I think Dillian White, if you gave me 2 fighters that I absolutely would not want to fight outside the boxing ring. So if you gave me 2 fighters, two boxers that I would absolutely not want to fight outside of the ring, it'd be Dillian White and probably David Haye. Those would be the 2. With Chisora, a very, very close 3rd. But Dillian White and David Haye would probably be the 2 boxers that I just would not want to have a scrap with outside of the ring, because they are killers. You've seen David Haye in action. David Haye is no joke. I mean, he doesn't box. You've seen David Haye outside the ring. David Haye doesn't box for shit. David Haye picks up a tripod and starts swinging it around. And David Haye doesn't care. He's outnumbered. He was outnumbered. What was David Haye outnumbered? David Haye was outnumbered like 1-7. and had half of Chisora's team throwing punches. And he was dropping them like flies, wasn't he? So don't muck about with David Haye. What about AJ? Yeah, but listen, they'd all destroy me, but Haye's different. David Haye's not throwing punches. You've seen it before. David Haye ain't interested in throwing punches. He's an actual fighter outside of the ring. You've seen him. Bottles, tripods. David Haye will use anything. Outnumbered 1-6? No way. No chance. David Haye was outnumbered like 1-6. He had Chisora and Don Charles throwing punches at them. Dropped Don Charles. Don Charles, by his own admission, was eating through a straw for like 3 weeks after Haye hit him with one shot. Glancing shot. Haye hit him with one glancing shot. And Don Charles is having his rice and peas through a straw for the next 3 weeks. He said that himself. The rest of them all got tripod to the head. The rest of them all got a tripod to the head. Don't fuck around with David Haye. All right, Caroline Dubois is about to get going. 123 people in the chat. We are way behind everybody else, but listen, we still have a better show. There's no question. I didn't know Caroline Dubois was a southpaw. Please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button. 56 minutes in, a long, long way to go to. A long, long way to go. It's currently 9 o'clock UK time. This is the live coverage of Chris Eubank Jr. versus Liam Williams. There'll be a separate post-fight show from Beta. Oh, my word. Caroline Dubois getting straight in. Let me tell you, she's got much better skill than Daniel Dubois. Wow. She's much more awkward and she has much better skill than Daniel Dubois. Straight away, you can see. Southpaw for a start. She sets up that left hand very well. You see what Caroline Dubois does? Jab, steps to the right, left hand down the middle. So she's always avoiding the right hand. Can you see? Watch where she steps, Caroline Dubois. She steps to her right, throws the jab, left hand follows it. Can you see? If you look at the angle, you can't hit her back with the right hand. So she knows her angles very, very well. She's got good control of this. She's actually got very long arms, isn't she, Caroline Dubois as well? She's a much better, I can tell you this right now, she's a much, much better fighter than Daniel. Technically, you can see, much better fighter than Daniel. Daniel Dubois is not a fluid fighter at all, if you look at him, right? Daniel Dubois is not fluid. Daniel Dubois is stiff, right? And we said that many, many times about Dubois. He's stiff, he's not snappy, and he pushes his punch, a bit like Dillian Whyte, but we'll talk about that another time. But Caroline Dubois is the opposite. She's got, like David said, she's got great feet. She's got nice feet. She seems to have good head movement. She's falling short with the punches, though. She could take a little, she can move in a little half inch on some of these shots. She's falling short a lot on some of these shots. She's going jab, left hand, just needs to calm down a bit. For Caroline Dubois, the problem with Caroline Dubois is it's a 1 out of 6 round. She's a 6-rounder. It's not a 4-rounder. She's throwing a lot of the same combination. Jab, left, jab, left, jab, left. But she's falling short a lot. She's throwing the shot really early. She's falling in short a bit. So what I'd like to see now from Caroline Dubois a little bit, again, this is the difference between amateur boxing and pro boxing. All right? I know it's her first fight. Yeah? But what I'd like to see there is that Daniel Dubois' sister. Because she looks like Daniel Dubois, but she looks way better. Let me get a picture. Oh, but I can't. Hold on. Let me get a picture. Oh, of course. Here we go. Bosh, got it. Let me get a picture of this. Is that Daniel Dubois' sister? She way better looking than Daniel Dubois. Let me get it up. Let me get this up for you guys. 1 sec. Bang, 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 bang. Look at this, look. Who the fuck is this? Looks like Daniel Dubois, one of Daniel Dubois' sisters. That was the whole family. Well, fuck me. Jesus Christ. Something's gone on there, hasn't it? Hold on a minute. Because Daniel and Caroline look exactly the same. And then this chick's just come out. And she looks like a much better version, don't she? That's weird, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? She looks like a much better version. She's like a T1000. You see what I'm saying? Look, let me explain to you the difference here. Look, hold on. She's just like more advanced, isn't it? She's just a little bit more advanced. If this fucking crappy browser would, here we go. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, Daniel Dubois, he's the old model. Daniel and Caroline Dubois are the old model. They're like that T800 and shit. But you look at this broad on the left, she's like a T1000. Look at her nose. It's refined. Can you see that nose? It's refined, man. God took his time, didn't he, with that one? God took his time. Mark Sager's saying looks about 13 you pervs. I'm not saying, oh, she's hot, she's sexy. I'm saying she's just a lot better looking than the rest of them. That's all I'm saying. Do you know what I mean? Daniel Dubois and Caroline Dubois, they look like box cars. This woman looks like an F1 car. Completely different game. Why are you trying to make it about... Lucky you don't get banned for that shit. Jesus Christ. Let me get rid of this and let us carry on. Trying to make it a thing about that. Oh my God. It was not. It was not at all. Let me get back to this. Okay. 30 seconds left in round. Sorry, I missed most of that second round. Jesus. No comment. What's wrong with these people? They're trying to make it... But you know what? It doesn't bother me because I know bans are going to get handed out. They're trying to make it a thing like that. Not at all. Just saying. She's much better looking than the rest of the Dubois family. That's it. Simple as that. It's not like me and Shevin are saying, oh my gosh, we want to go around there and blah, blah, blah. All we said was, she's much better looking. You can tell. Simple as that. That's undisputed. Good left hand. Anyway, all I'm saying is this. She's rushing her shots at the minute, Caroline Dubois. She looks quite impressive. But like I said before, she's rushing her shots a bit. And like I said before, what the pros do, the difference between pro boxing and the difference between amateur boxing is, pro boxing, again, comes with experience, but they start working to the body a bit more. Does that make sense? They start getting in close, hooks to the body, uppercuts to the body. Whereas Caroline Dubois, you can still see she's got that amateur style. Very, very fast-paced. Very, very fast-paced. Jab left, jab left, jab left. Do you know what I mean? Throwing lots of combinations. Yeah? She's got that woman trapped in a corner. Oh, look at Ebony Bridges is here. There we go. Let's get Ebony Bridges up here. Oh, next to Terry Harper. Terry Harper looking great as well. Is that Terry Harper next to Ebony Bridges? Let's show you Terry Harper. Ebony Bridges and Terry Harper. Quickly. Let me quickly show you this. Getting a little bit distracted, but we are watching it live. Ebony Bridges looking great tonight, I have to say. She's made a good comeback. She looked dreadful the other week, but you can see the Ebony Bridges looking great. So that's Ebony Bridges currently at the event. I believe that might be Terry Harper just to the left of her, but I could be wrong. It does look a little bit like Terry Harper, but Ebony Bridges ringside tonight. She looks great. Credit to Ebony Bridges. She's taken on board the criticism that she received. All that criticism that she was receiving in the last show, she's taking it on board. And she's even got a light-skinned brother next to her as well, who's obviously some form of boxer. Because if you can see his nose, he's got a broken nose. So this brother here, this light-skinned brother with the Louis Vuitton shirt, you don't muck around with him. If you see his nose has been broken up. So that guy's clearly been in his fair share of scraps. I didn't know Ebony Bridges liked the light-skinned brothers. Fair play to Ebony Bridges there. Looks like she might be in with the light-skinned brothers. It is what it is. Okay, let's get back to the show. Sorry, I'm getting a little bit distracted with that. Yep. Shevin says, Bridges looking better here. Love the jacket and that choker. Is that an Averex? No, it's not. That's not Harper. No. You know what I think, Terry Harper? I think she's, you know what my opinions on Terry Harper. Right, round 3. Caroline Dubois is using way too much energy. This, like I said, is a very, very good illustration of the difference between amateur boxing and pro boxing. Jab, close the distance, start setting up shots, start picking your shots. Stop looking for that same shot every single time. She's looking for the same shot. Jab, left hand over the top. Right hook. It's the same shot every time. If she got a little bit more variety in there, maybe got to the body, she might actually start getting this person out of here because this person knows what's coming. Every single time. She knows what's coming. High Jump King says Caroline Dubois can't punch. What do you think? Well, she certainly doesn't punch as hard as Daniel. What do you guys think? Caroline Dubois can't punch. Fair criticism or unfair criticism? What do you guys think? Some of these comments about Terry Harper I cannot read. It is what it is. 106 in here, 54 likes. Please hit the like button. It's going to be a long night tonight. I was hoping to be at 200 by this stage, but it is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is. Dale Simmons says, first pro fight nerves. Absolutely, Dale. Absolutely. Definitely first pro fight nerves. Just needs to calm down a bit. It's not going to happen in this fight. It takes a while to get rid of that kind of style. But like I said, I hope she develops into a more seasoned pro fighter. And like I said, focuses on picking the shots, powerful shots, breaking down the body. Right now, there's a lot of headhunting, and it's the same combination. Just like to see a plan B. Alphabet Boxing says, you keep banging everybody. I'm sure I banged you last week. We bang you again just in case. I'm sure I banged you last week. Richard from Twitter says, I think she's just rushing her work. Can't comment on power at the moment. Working with Shane, she'll settle down, I'm sure. I am in round 4. Let's see how Caroline Dubois improves. Who's next after Caroline Dubois? Does anybody know who's next? Does anybody know who's next? Does anybody know who's next? Is it Claressa next? Be nice if it was Claressa next. Shields, great. Do you know Shields and Marshall's going to be pay-per-view? They're saying it's going to be the first ever women's pay-per-view fight. Do you know what I'd like to see, by the way, from Caroline Dubois? Lead right hook, left hand. That would be nice. She's getting close enough to throw that shot, you know. Lead right hand, lead right hook, left hand, right hook. I'd love to see that. Start with the left hook if possible, because the left hook's definitely there instead of the jab. Just lead off with the left hook. Left hook. Lead off with the right hook, left hand off it. That's what I like to see. No, I'm not joking. Claressa Shields versus Savannah Marshall. So the plan for tonight is this. If Claressa Shields wins tonight, they're going to announce Claressa Shields versus Savannah Marshall. Oh, no, wait. Savannah Marshall got to have her fight. Basically, after they come through their fights, they're going to announce this pay-per-view. It's going to be the first ever pay-per-view, women's pay-per-view. That's what I've heard on Twitter today from somebody. Somebody who knows what they're talking about. It's going to be Shields versus... yeah, that's it. It's Peter Fury said it. That's correct. Yeah. It was Peter Fury who confirmed it. Let me see if I can find Peter Fury on Twitter. He confirmed it today. Shields versus Marshall is going to be the first ever women's pay-per-view. Look at this, look. Oh. Peter Fury is backing up what I said there. Look at Peter Fury. He said, dubious, he means Dubois, looks a good addition to women's boxing. Once she gets more experience and steps in behind her shots, she will be dangerous. See what I said earlier on about Caroline Dubois not stepping in behind the shots and falling short? She's always falling short. She's always just leaning over, losing her balance at the end of them shots. And I said she could step in an extra half an inch. See? It is what it is, isn't it? It is what it is. It is what it is. Let's have a look at Michaela Meyer ringside tonight with Matthew Macklin and Adam Smith. I think Michaela Meyer's fire. She's a former model, so it is what it is. Michaela Meyer, in my opinion, is fire. And also, her boyfriend, or her king, as she calls him, is a man of colour. So, Daryl, if you're listening to tonight's show, you might have a shot of Michaela Meyer because she likes him like Daryl. She likes him like Big Dazza, who doesn't muck around. Let me get you a picture of Michaela Meyer in here tonight. So Peter Fury echoing my comments on Caroline Dubois. So there you go. And this is Michaela Meyer. So we're getting you all the dress senses tonight. That's Michaela Meyer next to Adam Smith. It is what it is. Kevin Lou's right. Yes, it's true. Michaela Meyer did refer to her boyfriend as a chocolate man. That's a yellow card for me. I don't know what you guys think. For all you POCs in here like me, what do you guys think? That's a yellow card offence for me. Referring to your POC boyfriend as your chocolate king. That is definitely a yellow card offence by Michaela Meyer. But you know, I'm sure she makes up for it in other ways. So it is what it is. It is what it is. Let's remove this. All right. It is. Yes. Yes, it is. Kevin Lou is absolutely right. Yes, it is. It is bad. It is. It's bad. I don't like to hear that shit, but it is what it is. Meanwhile, in round 5 out of 6, Caroline Dubois looks absolutely gassed off her tits. And this fight looks like it's going a distance. Her power shots have got nothing on them. Peter Fury is absolutely correct in what he's saying. She could just step in a little half an inch and get a little bit more extension and push through. If you look at this, look at the shots. This girl is just at the end of them shots. Mazio Katie, or whatever her name is, yeah? Mazio Katie. She's just at the end of them shots. What I'd like to now see is Caroline Dubois just push forward, take an extra step forward, extra half-inch forward, and start punching through the target. Right now, she's not punching through the target. The opponent's at the end of them shots. Again, that's the difference between amateur boxing and pro boxing. Right now, amateur boxing, she would have scored a whole load of points, yeah? The opponent's just at the end of the shot. She's snapping the opponent's head back. But in pro boxing, when you want to start hurting opponents and getting opponents out of there, that's when you just get closer. That's when you start setting up the shots. That's what I'm saying. Setting up the shots a bit more, closing distance, and punching through the target, which he's not doing at the minute, yeah? She's not doing that. She's throwing from a little bit too far out, and she's falling over a shot, so she's falling short. Yeah? And that's what Peter Fury's correctly said in his tweet here. Great minds think alike. Look, we may only have 100 people in the chat here, and we may be getting battered, yeah, in the ratings, but trust me when I say this. Two things we've got on this channel that can't be beat: the graphics, the interactivity, the comment section, and the boxing knowledge. The boxing knowledge, without any question of a doubt. Let's move on. Oh, let's move on. Roger Nelson is saying, don't get me started on Gareth A. Davis. Well, listen, Ebony Bridges is looking like fire tonight, so you'd imagine Gareth A. Davis ain't too far behind. Ebony Bridges looking like fire tonight. But here she is. Here's Ebony Bridges in the building. What a turnaround. Ebony Bridges looking like fire. Made sure to get her chest into the shot as well. Good old Ebony. Do you know what I mean? In case there was any doubts there, made sure to see. There you go. Look, good old Ebony. Make sure she got the chest in. They'll probably, that photo there will probably end up on her website for £40 a touch. Isn't it? That will probably end up, that photo there probably end up on her website for £40 a go. It is what it is with Ebony, but she's doing well. She looks tremendous tonight. Look, oh, here we go. There you go. She's destroying their Melissa Tagliamoku there from Melt PR. Jesus. I don't know why Melt PR agreed to do that photo. Why would you agree? Why would you agree to do a photo like that? Melt PR getting absolutely destroyed there by Ebony Bridges, man. Don't do photos like that, man. What the fuck is going on? Kevin Lou says, Bridges ain't all that, to be honest. Looks like a dinner lady. No, come on, mate. Ebony Bridges is a really good-looking woman. She's not my, she's, well, look, it is what it is, It is what I think she's great to look at. That's my opinion. She's better to look at. She's not great to watch fight, in my opinion. Like, I thought with Shannon Courtney was good, but she's not great to watch fight. She's not great to watch in the ring, and it is what it is. But she has her pluses, Ebony Bridges. She has her pluses. Just waiting for this Caroline Dubois fight to finish, which I just believe it's finished now. Am I right? Yeah, Gumshaw's out. That fight's finished. Dale Simmons there with his pot noodle. She's proper fit with his pot noodle out there. Shout out to Dale Evans. My food's so cold, I'm going to have to move on to my melted ice cream. My missus must be fuming. She made me a lovely dinner here, and I even finished it. Man. She's a hell of a woman. She is a hell of a woman. Yeah. Yeah, I thought this was Terry Harper. It's not. Ebony again. She's on the way to Cardiff. Bloody hell. It is what it is. Oi, oi. All right. And here's her with Johnny. There you go, with Johnny Fisher doing a bit of a spar. Is she actually reacting to his shots, or is she okay? Okay. Okay, fair enough. It is what it is. Right. Waiting the decision for Caroline Dubois. I haven't got the sound on. Felix Mitchell says, you watching Boxing Ultra? Unfortunately so. Claressa Shields is next up against Ava Kotzin. I'm just having some Haagen-Dazs salty caramel. Caroline Dubois, hand raised, probably wins every single round on her pro debut. Yes, you guys are right. That girl sitting next to Caroline Dubois is very, very young. Probably his sister, as I first said. But, excuse me, I just had a fart. But, like I said before, she was cut from a different cloth. when things happen. She definitely looks very different to Daniel and her other sister. Hey, what it is. Oh dear. I got that, Richard. Okay, so look at this. Look, I can't stop looking at Ebony Bridges' Twitter. It's like every 5 minutes there's something new on this page. Here's the latest one. She couldn't wait to get that in, could she? Claressa T-Rex Shields will be on our screens imminently. Meanwhile, to pass the time, we're just looking at Ebony Bridges' Twitter page. So this is what you're going from tonight, yeah? In a minute, hold on. You get Claressa Shields up. Show you what you're going from. So you're going from this. In the next 2 minutes, you'll be going from this. Well, excuse me, I'll rephrase that. You'll be going from this to this. T-Rex is here. Claressa T-Rex Shields will be here imminently. Getting in the ring. And then I'd imagine you see her in the ring squaring off with Savannah Marshall. Because they need to start promoting this pay-per-view. The first ever women's pay-per-view. This guy says, James says, I'm loving Bridges. I'm not a simp. Trust me, I find it interesting. Someone says, let's see the comments. Let's see the comments. Let's have a look. I've got to be careful here, but let's have a look. Just the usual simpings, isn't it? Why are people calling Ebony Bridges a champ? She ain't won no titles. Yeah, people are saying shit like, well done, champ. Good job, champ. I never seen Ebony Bridges win no title. Am I right in that? Why is Lewis Hamilton trending? Hopefully he's retired. Oh, damn, he's back. Damn, I was hoping that fool would retire. It doesn't matter. Verstappen's going to beat him again anyway. He can't deal with Verstappen anyway. He can't hack it. All right. Yeah, the comments, Richard, were just, I don't know why people are calling Ebony Bridges champ. What the fuck was that about? Yeah, champ. What, champ? What? Tyson Fury is making headlines again. Let's have a look at the latest from Tyson Fury. This is Tyson Fury on Alexander Usyk. If you're just joining us live, please hit like. Please hit the subscribe button. We are just waiting for Caroline Dubois to turn up. He says, this is Tyson Fury on Alexander Usyk. I think he's a good boxer, a very talented cruiserweight, but I don't think he is no great. But I don't think he is no great shake. He's very hittable. He's small. He's light. He's not fast. I think he's something similar to Thomas Adamek. I think he's at that level. Well, I disagree with that, but it is what it is. Tyson Fury on Anthony Joshua. Do I think he's a great fighter? Hell no. He's a useless bum. He fought a boxer half his weight, a foot shorter than him, and got outboxed. He's a useless old bum, and he won't get past Alexander Usyk in his next fight. His career is over. Tyson Fury, absolutely brutal there. Brutal on Anthony Joshua. Calling Anthony Joshua a bum and saying that he's finished in his next fight. I think AJ will find a way. Well, let me rephrase that. I think AJ, Hearn, and the judges will find a way. So I'm going with AJ. But yeah, very, very funny from Tyson Fury. Richard from Twitter says, Caroline Dubois just said that's the first time she's had a fight without a head guard. Bit of nerves, different atmosphere. Happy to get first one out the way. Shane McGuigan said she's out the end of next March. Fair play. She's got a lot more ability than Daniel. That's a fact of life. Daniel obviously is a concussive puncher, yeah? But Daniel can't move like she does. She's got much better movement than her brother. Let's have a look here. Hey, Sam. Sam Toll got timed out. I don't know why, Sam. I didn't time you out. Mods, give Sam Toll an easy ride. He's on his best behaviour tonight. So give Sam Tuttle a bit of an easier ride. John Smith says, Ultra, check out Alicia Napoleon. I've already seen her, and no, I won't be checking her out. I don't want guys thinking I'm a simp, like I spend all day purring over female boxers. I just think it's interesting how they dress and how they turn up for fights. Right, Claressa will be joining us very, very shortly. T-Rex, she needs to put on a performance. Who have you guys got? Shields or Marshall? Somebody in the comment section said that Marshall's going to get rid of her and knock her out. I've heard that Marshall's a huge puncher. We'll see. I've never seen anything in a professional ring from Savannah Marshall that makes me think she can beat Claressa Shields, but that's me. I keep hearing Savannah Marshall's a hard puncher. Claressa Shields spars with men, as does Savannah Marshall, but I'll go with Claressa all day. All day. She's the one, but we'll see tonight. But Claressa, the first time I ever saw Claressa Shields box, right, in a professional ring, the first thing I thought of when I saw Claressa Shields was, she spars men. That's literally the first thing I thought when I saw Claressa Shields box for the first time. I thought, she spars men. You can tell she spars men. She's a really, really good seasoned boxer, you know? She's a good boxer. And if somebody told me, yeah, she holds her own with men, I would say, yeah, definitely. Technically as well, technically. Claressa Shields has good technique. A lot of women's boxers at the minute, particularly like Katie Taylor, who's obviously very talented, but Katie Taylor, you know, jumps in head first, throws a lot of threes and fours, a lot of 3-4 punch combinations, jumps in head first. She's still got a very, very amateurish style. You can very much see that she hasn't really got that pro style of box. Someone like Amanda Serrano is the opposite. Amanda Serrano is a puncher. She's a puncher. You can see with Amanda Serrano there, she's got more of a pro style of boxing. She picks her shots. She breaks guys down. She's not just looking to score points. She's not just looking for point scoring shots. She's not just gonna rush in with a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 punch combination. She stalks people. She walks them down, and she loads up and she sets up on big, powerful shots. So I don't know. We'll have to see. Richard says, didn't Claressa cross over to MMA and win as well? I think she lost, though, her last fight. She lost on points her last fight. But I think Claressa, yeah, that's a very good point. Like, you know, Claressa's different, you know. We'll see tonight anyway. We'll see tonight. Yeah, John Smith copying my joke about Savannah Marshall being Huey Fury with a wig. That's my joke. I've said that 150 times. Right. Shields versus Kozin is next up on Sky. What's next up after this? Can somebody tell me? What's next up after this? Enzo Maccarinelli, Adam Smith, and Matthew Macklin doing the commentary. Andy Clark, unfortunately, still employed by somebody. I don't know why. Sitting next to Adam Catterall. There's 2 people. Oh, and Gareth A. So that must be the Talk Sport booth there in the background. I mean, if you look at these 3 people, Andy Clark, Gareth A. Davis, Spencer Oliver, and Adam Catterall. Let's be honest. At least 3 out of them 4 should be unemployed right now. Yes or no? What do you think? Andy Clark, Spencer Oliver, Gareth A. Davis, Adam Catterall. At least 3 out of them 4 should be on their way to job seekers. Should be on job seekers allowance. Is John David Jackson is backstage with Claressa Shields, getting her ready. Claressa looks mean, boy. Claressa looks mean. She got the purple weaving tonight, so she mean business. As Deontay Wilder would say, I means business. I means business. I means business, as Wilder would say. Claressa Shields is mean business. Me mugging herself in the mirror, purple weave on. She ready to go. She is ready to go. And here's Savannah Marshall. Savannah Marshall looking quite good tonight. What is going on? What is happening tonight in female boxing? Even Savannah Marshall looking kind of decent tonight. Wow. I'll show you Savannah Marshall. Savannah Marshall not looking like He-Man tonight. Normally she's looking like He-Man. Isn't it? Savannah Marshall normally turning up on our screens looking like He-Man, but she's looking quite decent tonight. Fair play. Maybe it's the reason why Floyd Mayweather Jr. signed her to Mayweather Promotions. Here we go. Look at this. Fair play to Savannah Marshall. She about to see and watch Claressa Shields coming out. They look decent there. Fair play to Savannah Marshall. Ain't looking like He-Man tonight. Sonia Hamilton said, Ultra obviously a bit horny tonight, thinks everyone looks good. That is 3 strikes and you are out. So, just to clarify, okay? Just to clarify, here are your 3 strikes, right? Strike number 1, accusing me of bullying or being mean about Anna Woolhouse, which is incorrect. Strike number 2 was spelling about with a W. And strike number 3 is calling me horny. 3 strikes. You're out of here. You're out of here. Gareth Bale. Yeah. That one never gets old. Gareth Bale. It is what it is. Listen, Savannah Marshall looking decent. You know, she's looking decent. I'm giving her credit. That's what this channel's all about. Credit where credit is due. Right. Claressa Shields is coming out to the ring, or is it her opponent? Let's have a look. Let me get this. Let me get my soundbar on. The one Sharon's hoping to inherit from me when I pass away. Let me get a soundbar on in the background. You've got to be careful here. Let's have a look. All Freedom Boxing says Savannah Marshall has that secretary thing going on. We'll see about that. If you're just joining us, please hit like, please hit subscribe. Chris Eubank Jr. versus Liam Williams will be upon us after this fight. First, it's Claressa T-Rex Shields herself. Claressa T-Rex Shields herself. Daisy. T-Rex herself. We're just waiting for T-Rex to come out to the ring here. Ingram will be coming on to do our post-fight. I need to set up a separate live show for that, don't I? Or should I not? Maybe I'll just do it here. I'm not sure. I'll see how it goes. Maybe I'll just do it here. I don't know. I might set up a separate live. But Ingram will be joining us tonight to do the post-fight as Coatzin comes to the ring. Londoner in the Sticks says about Savannah Marshall. I've eaten ready salted crisps that are less plain. Let's have a look here. Joe says, can't wait for the return of Ingram. You won't have to wait very long, I believe. I'll tell you one thing about Boxer. They do get these cards going quite quick, innit? I mean, if it was Frank Warren, we'd be on fight 1 by now, wouldn't we? Fucking 20 to 10 UK time. This was a Frank Warren card. They'd still be doing the 4-rounders, wouldn't they? Oh, Frank. You get the sleeping bags ready and shit. I don't know why he keeps doing that. It is what it is. Oh. Where's my screen share gone? Hold on a minute. There we go. Get that back. Sorry about that. Shields is coming out. I'll show you Shields. Hold on. Let me show you T-Rex, boy. This woman's mean mugging people. Let me show you Claressa. Let me show you T-Rex. Let me show you T-Rex coming to the arena right now. 1 sec. Boom. There you go. That's T-Rex getting ready. T-Rex. On her way to the fucking ring. She needs to put on a performance tonight, you know. She needs to put on a performance tonight. It is what it is. Claressa Shields is on her way to the ring. Let me see if I can get this sound going. I want to hear a walk-on music, actually. What does Claressa walk to? Here we go. You know she'd be walking to some trap shit, knowing what Claressa's like. Let me see this. Hold on. Here we go. Let me see if I can hear this shit. Oh, she coming to that shit. Oh, I see. She coming out to Ludacris. She coming out to Ludacris. All right, so Claressa Shields going out the way to Ludacris. I ain't feeling that. Richard from Twitter says Shields is getting a great reception, to be fair. Looks like she's buzzing. Well, fair play. That crowd's amped, innit? It's almost like they've been handing out free tickets. James Lord says 1 minute behind, fair play. Well, if you don't like it, you know where you can go. Simple and plain as that. The only thing that matters is that main event. I might try and switch up my link for that main event. Let's have a look here. Start to get ready here. We'll start to get ready here. Let me get this on. Right, let's get this going. Right, we're just waiting for this event. Hold on. Bear with me. I'm gonna see if I can speed up my Sky Sports a little bit. Okay. All right. I think we've sped it up a little bit. Okay, let's see how this goes then. Okay, let's see if this goes a bit better. So, as I'm watching it, Cozin's just been announced. Is that quicker for you? Yeah? Cozin is in the ring. So, Claressa Shields is about to be announced in the ring, yeah? So, I think I've caught up with you guys. So, here we go. Marshall laughing hard. What's she laughing at? Savannah Marshall, she ain't thought no one to be laughing. What is Savannah Marshall laughing at? Who is she thought other than Hannah Rankin? Can someone tell me? I could be wrong on that. Sonia Hamilton 2.0 says, no idea who's going to win. I don't know, but it won't be you. Let's have a look here. Demetrius Alita, Claressa Shields looks amped. She better put in a big performance. She's not really known as a puncher, you know. So she better put in a big performance. She coming out to all the ludicrous. She coming out to them ludicrous soundtracks. Savannah Marshall. I don't know why Savannah Marshall's laughing, because anyway, it is what it is. I don't want to get in trouble with Peter Fury, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Let's get this on. Phil says, has Shields' opponent even got an abdominal protector on? Doesn't look like it. No, it doesn't. I think she does, though. There is something poking through there. She's just got shorts on. Nah, I think there's something coming through. No. It is what it is. Right. We're nearly going to be ready now. This is the final fight before the main event. The final fight before the main event. You guys are laughing at Claressa Shields because she got 2 KOs. Let's see how she performs tonight. It is what it is. All right, here we go. Cozin, bloody hell. Very, very active start. Cozin's just standing in front. You see the difference between what we talked about, pro boxing and amateur boxing. Cozin, if you look at the way she started, she's very, very active on the feet. She's very, very hittery, jittery. She's losing lots of feints, lots of movement. And if you look at Claressa Shields is just not even moving. Claressa Shields isn't reacting to any of the feints because she knows her distance. Very clever boxer, Claressa. Claressa Shields knows her distance, knows I don't need to react to any of these feints. I know I'm out of distance. I know I'm not in trouble. And she just stands there, watches and waits for Cozin to commit and come in too much, and then she'll counterpunch. And that kind of style that you see from Claressa is experience, but it's also the difference between these women boxers. You still have that amateur style of boxing. They're very herky-jerky, lots of foot movement because, they're used to them fast-paced, point-scoring rounds, get the shots in hard, get the shots in fast. Claressa, you can see she's got a much more refined style. If you just look at how much more economical Shields is in the ring than Cozin, it's just night and day. Just look at how relaxed and look at how economical Shields is in the ring. And you look at her, and again, I know it's only Caroline Dubois' first fight, but if you look at Shields, look at how Shields walks herself into range, punches through the target. Very good. She's not just sitting there throwing 3, 4, 5 punch combinations. I always say that about Claressa Shields more than any other female boxer. If you look at the way she boxes, a lot of the boxers like Katie Taylor, this boxer Cozin, they have that kind of amateurish style. In, out, very light on the feet, bouncing around, moving everywhere. They never really set their feet and plant their feet and punch through the target. But Shields, you see, she fights just like a man. She fights just like a man. And if you look at the way she sets her shots up, that was a bit amateurish there. Shields just ran in there behind a 4-punch combination and fell short. But you can see that with Shields there. You see that? Not a lot of a wasting of energy. Single jab, brings her feet in behind, looks to set up the overhand right. And she throws the shots with intent. She's not looking to point score. She's looking to punch through the target. She's looking to close distance. She's looking to hurt the opponent. Very good. Richard from Twitter says, Shields is prepared for the full 10 if needs be, no wasting energy. Yeah, she it's hard to say, but she just operates. You can tell the way she operates. Very, very different to most of the female boxers that I see. I'm not really an expert on female boxing, but certainly, very, very much a pro style from Claressa Shields, and you look at her and you look at how relaxed Claressa is on the ring, and you look at the way she picks her shots and the way she throws with intent. You see her, and the first thing I see when I see Claressa more than any other female boxer is she spars with men. That's just, I don't know what it is, but every time I see Claressa in the ring, the first thing I see from her is she spars with men. Like, if I'd have never seen it in my life, I would have said she spars a lot of men. She spars a lot of men. You can tell she's been hurt. You can tell she's been in the fire, and you can tell she's really been in the trenches. You can tell that with the way she boxes. Very, very economical. Even you see Kotzin looking to close distance. Kotzin tried to close distance, come with an overhand right, and Shields just slipped and tried to throw an uppercut. So even under fire, you see how calm Shields is under fire. If you watch Shields, when the fire comes from Kotzin, when Kotzin steps in behind the shots, again, Kotzin probably doesn't punch anywhere near as hard as Savannah Marshall, right? But I'm saying, if you look when Kotzin tries to step in and let the punches go, you see Shields, she doesn't just back out. She doesn't take big steps and back out, right? Which is another thing that amateur boxers kind of do. Amateur boxers take big steps in, big steps out. Does that make sense? Big step in, big step out. Shields just takes a half step in and then throws a counter shot. Half step in, slip, throws a counter shot. A lot of amateur boxers, especially like Katie Taylor. Katie Taylor, she doesn't really like do a lot of slip and counter work on the inside, does she, Katie Taylor? She's an in and out boxer. Am I right in that? Yes or no? Katie Taylor, in and out boxer, isn't she? Steps out, steps in, gets off a combination, jumps right back out of range, repeats process. Shields, when the opponent comes onto her, you look at Shields, just takes half a step back, makes the miss by an inch, unloads with a combination. She's hurt Kotzin there with a combination. She's hurting her. Excellent body work from Shields. Again, something that you don't see a lot in female boxing is body shots. And Claressa's working the body really well. I mean, Serrano is another one who is absolutely vicious to the body, Serrano. But it's good to see. I think Claressa Shields is good for women's boxing because I think the way she fights, even though she doesn't have a lot of knockouts, the way she varies the work from head to body, very, very good. Very, very economical with the work. And she's boxing really well. That was a lovely little jab, right hand, left hook there from Claressa Shields. Very, very good shot. James Lord says Katie Taylor is a slapper, annoying style. Shields and Marshall fight like men. Shevin says Shields from Flint, real last area. James Lord says Shields and Marshall be pay-per-view. I don't think so, but it is what it is. So we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, Eubank looks ridiculous. Someone said, tell Chris Eubank's Christmas was last month. Chris Eubank backstage looking absolutely ridiculous. Chris Eubank backstage looking absolutely ridiculous. Let's have a look so far. So according to the punch stats, which are very, very dubious, it's not really computer, it's just a man pushing a button. But Claressa Shields is landing 53% of her punches. I mean, all the body shots that they just showed on Sky, they were hitting elbows, to be honest. And that right hand they just showed hit gloves. Okay, a couple of them got through, but according to CompuBox, 53% of Clarissa's shots are landing as we are now in round 2. I'm impressed with Claressa. I'm not saying she's going to beat Savannah Marshall off this performance, but I have to say I do like the way she fights. She sits in the pocket, Claressa. You can see that. When the punches come her way, she doesn't just bounce out, take big steps out. She just takes a half step back, makes the punch miss by an inch, and she returns with a right uppercut, returns with a right hand down the middle, returns with a left hook. There, she's making Kotzin miss by inches with head movement there. You see that? What do you guys think about the performance from Claressa so far? All she needs is the power. If she had the power, she'd be the most devastating thing in female boxing. She landed a lovely little right hand to the body of Kotzin, but I need to see Claressa now start putting a beating on this girl because Savannah Marshall's a big girl. Claressa's now going onto the back foot, looking to walk Kotzin onto some punches. She works the body very well. There's no question about it, Claressa. On the inside there, left hook, right hook, left hook to the body. She works the body very, very well. But what I like the most, like I'm saying, from Claressa is that Claressa is sitting in the pocket. And that's what I like the most from Claressa. She's sitting in the pocket, making a miss and making her pay. And she's varying the work upstairs and downstairs. She's currently backing the opponent up. There was a good left hook to the body by Claressa. Might have just hit the hip, but a good left hook to the body by Claressa. Let's see how she works her way in. Missed with the right hand. Let's just see. Somebody said, I just need this to go the distance. I'd be amazed if this went for another 10 rounds. But we'll have to see. Good right hand there from Claressa, right down the middle. I think she needs to keep going to the body. Anybody who's been in the ring and knows about body shots, they're the worst. Short of being knocked out unconscious, body shots are the fucking worst. Do you know what I mean? They're the worst. Those of you who've actually been in the ring and taken shots will know the body shots, doesn't matter how hard you are, doesn't matter how much muscle you've got, when the body shots start landing and hitting clean, it's horrendous there. But it was a good round from Claressa. Shevin thinks Shields is looking amazing and fainting well. What, do you guys agree with Shevin or disagree with Shevin on that? I think Claressa Shields looking good right now, but like I said before, that lack of power for me, that lack of power is beginning to show. Chris Eubank Jr. is backstage warming up in what can only be described as Santa's Christmas jacket. He looks absolutely ridiculous backstage. I think this could be a potentially very, very tough fight. The big plot twist in tonight's fight is that he's being trained by Liam Williams is being trained by Adam Booth. Liam Williams is being trained by Adam Booth. Let's see if we can play this video. I believe we can play this video. So we've already played it. This is Chris Eubank Jr. For those of you who are just joining us. Please hit like. Please hit subscribe. Not working with Roy Jones, but I just think this is one of the most ridiculous things I've ever seen on pads. Chris Eubank Jr. throwing a 50 left hook combination. The technique on this is dreadful. It really is. And this is the kind of thing that I see from Chris Eubank, which makes me think that he is going to get another loss very, very soon. The technique from Eubank is dreadful. The elbows are pointed out. You need to tuck your elbows in to protect, from left hooks to the body. So you can see at the elbow drifting out, the elbow not tucked in. Look how far his right hand is away from his face. Just this kind of stuff is very, very bad technique from Chris Eubank Jr. And as many people say, he looks like he's having a stroke. I mean, for all the talk, and people say he looks confident, he talks a good game and the gloves are off. Technically, he is not very good. Now, physically, he's an incredibly gifted physical athlete. But being incredibly physically gifted can only get you so far, because eventually the speed goes away, eventually the power goes away, and you need to be left with fundamentals. So Chris Eubank Jr., in my opinion, really does lack the fundamentals. Will it cost him against Liam Williams? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Round 4 of Claressa Shields versus Kotzin. We've got 1 minute to go. Shields there, forcing the pace, landing right hand. She needs to go to the body. Oh, she really is digging these shots in. Left hooks to the head, but it's a right hook to the head, but it's the right hook to the body, right hook to the head. This one's nearly over, I think. It's the body work from Claressa. She's putting it on now, really pushing forward. Lovely little slip. Look to slip and go for a left hook. She's getting a bit messy now, Claressa. She needs to go back to the body. Just getting a little bit messy, throwing the left and the rights to the head there. There, and then she goes back to the body. That's when she's at her best. Claressa's at her best when she sets up off the jab and fires that little right hook to the body and works off the body first. When she starts headhunting and throwing those left, right, she starts getting very sloppy, missing and smothering her own work. But this fight's going to get stopped because Kotzin's been beaten up every single round, and the corner or the referee are not going to let her continue to take that punishment. But Savannah Marshall will be sitting here watching this tonight, and Savannah will be asking questions about the power. Savannah Marshall won't be affected by this performance because she'll be thinking, I hit so much more harder than this girl. So she'll be thinking about something different. But I still think Claressa in this fight against Savannah Marshall. Who's that in the corner? That looks like Richard. It looks very much like Richard Farnan. It's not. But there's someone in Claressa's corner who looks exactly like Richard Farnan. There you can see that right hand that Claressa landed. It was almost a slap, see? She hit the lady with the palm of her glove. She hit Kotzin with the open palm of her glove. Do you see that? That's why Gary Harrison's calling her E Honda with his 100 hand. Oh, he's called out Chris Eubank Jr. that. Okay, but you see what I'm saying? So like I said before, Claressa just needs to just pick her shots a bit more. According to CompuBox, she's landed 50% of her punches, Claressa. 55% of her punches. I think that tells you that CompuBox is broken. What do you guys think? I don't believe that. But according to CompuBox, Claressa Shields has landed 55% of her punches tonight. We don't think this fight's going to go too much longer. We're into round 5 of Shields versus Kotsin. Shields is walking Kotsin down. She had a lot of success leading off of the right hand straight down the middle. But the story for Claressa has been the body work. That's been the story from Claressa tonight. Clarissa's just outside in the pocket, trying to make her miss and make her pay. I'm not doing a very, very good job on the commentary, but this fight is nearly done. Very, very fast paced. I'm already beginning to think about the main event. Get your predictions in for the main event. It's nearly time for Williams versus Eubank. Claressa needs to keep throwing that right hook to the body because she's right over for the right hook to the body. Jab over the top, right hook to the body. Claressa threw the overhand right to the head and he just caught gloves. But I think that right hook to the body is still there for Claressa off the jab. That right hook to the body. She still looks wide open for that. Very good right and left hook to the body. And then she followed up. Oh, here we go. But she's got to finish to the body. That girl's in trouble. But every time Claressa goes to the head, she doesn't have, hold on. Claressa's trying to close this out. She's got Kotsin against the ropes, but it's going to be the body shots. Every time she goes to the head, the punches do not have the same pop. She's a lot harder puncher when she winds up and puts her weight through that right hook to the body. That right hook to the body is a great shot for Claressa. If she starts off with that jab, right hook to the body, and then come up left hook to the head, and then work off the combinations of that, she's a lot better. Every time Claressa goes headhunting and starts throwing left rights to the head, the punches don't have the same pop. She starts falling in on her work. She starts smothering her punches. Claressa's been at her best in this fight when she sets them off to the body. Right uppercuts there for Claressa on the inside. Good right hook to the body from Claressa Shields. Good left hook to the body from Claressa. Uppercut as well up on the inside Claressa as well. She's closing distance really well. Bring the uppercut up the middle now. You can see your opponent, the head's beginning to fall down the center line because she's obsessed with blocking these hooks to the body. So she's leaning over, bending over, trying to block the left and the right hook to the body. Bring the uppercut up the middle now, Claressa. That's what we need to see, Claressa. But she has to start off to the body. When she starts to the head, the punches don't have the same pop. She smothers her own work. She falls in behind the shots. And you can see why she's only knocked 2 people out. The only time she's ever really looked like getting a stoppage is when she starts off at the body, in my opinion. High Jump King said Shields doesn't have enough power to drop opponents, it seems. No, I agree with that. You can see that tonight. You can see every time she starts throwing jabs and right hands to the body, she's trying to close the fight. The punches just don't have that same level of pop. She's quite frantic, isn't it? She's almost like, you can see Claressa, she's desperate to get this opponent out of there, isn't it? You can see. She's desperate. You can see the KO is really wearing on her. The KO is really on her mind. She's desperate to get the opponent out of there, and she's rushing her shots and she's smothering the shots. She's much better when she goes down to the body. She gets a lot more venom in the body shots, in my opinion. Round 6. Claressa's been excellent with the jab. I want to see jab over the top, right hook to the body. Jab over the top, right hook to the body, left hook to the head. That's the kind of combination I want to see from Claressa. Jab over the top, right hook to the body, left hook to the head, back to the body, up to the head. That's how the stoppage will come from Claressa. Let's see how she finishes. Claressa's closing her off. She's done a great job tonight, Claressa, of sitting in a pocket. She's done it. She knows her distance very, very well, Claressa. She's done an excellent job of sitting in a pocket, just making the opponent miss and being very economical with the footwork. She's done an excellent job of that. As in, Claressa stays in the pocket, makes closing miss with a jab and countered her with a right hand. She's been excellent at that tonight. But her finishing's been off. And it's because she keeps trying to finish to the head upstairs. Finish to the body. Let's see it. Good. Another good counter right hand by Claressa. I think that landed, but we'll see. Good overhand right from Claressa. Just missed with the overhand right, but change that to the body. Instead of going overhand right to the head, go to the body with that right hook. Good left hook to the body. Good right hook to the body. There you go. She got the reaction. You see that right hook to the body. The opponent started moving backwards. Right hook to the body. Good. Right uppercut to the body. Left uppercut. Good left hook. Bring the uppercut up the middle. Bring the uppercut up the middle now, Claressa. And let's finish this. Right hook to the body. Left uppercut or left hook to the body, right uppercut. Start bringing the uppercuts up the middle. But it always comes off that right hook to the body. Claressa needs to bring that. Claressa's got her trapped in the corner. The uppercuts are there for her. She won't throw them. Sorry. My wife's coming to telling to stop me shouting. I can't believe this fight's still going on. Start bringing the right uppercut in there, Claressa. She's right there for it. If you look at the opponent's dipping her head right down the center. Right uppercut's there for Claressa. She still won't throw it. Throws an overhand right. Oh, those are big, heavy shots. Oh, dear. Those shots at the end were heavy. Those shots at the end, that last left hook, right hook combination was heavy. from Claressa. Yeah, and High Jump King's absolutely right. She's not turning her hips through the shot. Claressa doesn't turn her right hand over when throwing it to her head. She doesn't really turn the hips, does she? She doesn't really turn through the shots or turn her hips through the shots. And you're right. On the body shots, she really gets to talk on them shots. She really turns through them shots. I agree with you. I think she's a much better body puncher. The Shadow Projects Limited says if she's the greatest woman boxer of all time, it kind of says it all about the standards of women's boxing. I don't think so. I think she's a very, very talented boxer. I think people are going a little bit too much on Savannah Marshall. I've seen a fair few Savannah Marshall fights. And while everybody says that Savannah Marshall punches extremely hard, we know Savannah Marshall has power, yeah? We know Savannah Marshall has power. I don't think you see quite the same level of skill in Savannah Marshall fights. I mean, Savannah Marshall is Huey Fury reincarnated. And we've all seen that, right? Savannah Marshall is Huey Fury reincarnated. She comes in with the feather duster jab and sets up everything off it. But, you know, I don't think so. I've never seen anything from Savannah to make me think she's a better boxer than Claressa. The danger is that she punches hard and she's big and strong. That was a lovely left hook to the body from Claressa. I'm still waiting for her to throw this right uppercut. That's a lovely Claressa making a miss in the pocket. Left hook. But where's the uppercut? Claressa had her smothered. There you go. She's thrown the right uppercut, right hook to the body. Can we get a right uppercut upstairs? Is she going to throw the right uppercut upstairs? She's continuing to throw left hooks and overhand rights up on the inside and missing them. I think Claressa, if she throws the right uppercut, she'll end the fight. The shot's there. If she throws it to the body, she won't bring up the right uppercut upstairs. It's getting frustrating to watch. That's a lovely right uppercut to the body from Claressa, but she won't bring it upstairs. Good left hook to the body. Double left hook, right hook to the body. That was beautiful. Right hand to the head. Yes, she throws the right hand to the head. Now bring up the right uppercut, Claressa. Doesn't do it. It is what it is. TMG said Huey would be world class if he had power. High Jump King saying if Shields had slightly more power, she'd have this girl out of it. I think after this fight, a lot of people are going to say Savannah Marshall's the favourite because, you know, she's got a lot more power. All I have to see, I think Claressa's going to go to outbox it. That's what I'd expect, you know. Claressa to outbox. I think Claressa's got a lot of skill. So we'll have to wait and see. Just watching the end of round 7 here. It's a good little right hand there from Claressa. But if this fight goes points, oh, that was a big overhand right from Claressa. They're gonna have to pull this woman out of there. This girl has got her eyes shut. If you look at that girl there, she could barely open her eyes at the end of that round. I mean, she's under some serious punishment. I think with Claressa, she needs to pick the shots a little bit better. That's just my opinion. That will be my one takeaway from Claressa Shields tonight. A little bit too desperate for the knockout. Needs to pick the shots a lot better. But you can see, in some ways, Savannah Marshall's got on her head a little bit because she's absolutely desperate to get this knockout. I don't know what you guys think about that, but I think she's absolutely desperate to get the knockout and look good. And I think she's smothering a lot of her work. But despite that, I still believe that she'll beat Savannah Marshall, and that's my honest opinion. Is this Richard Farnan in Claressa Shields' corner? It is. That is Richard Farnan in the corner for Claressa Shields. I thought I recognised that guy. It is, isn't it? Yeah. That's Richard Farnan in the corner for Claressa Shields tonight. Richard Farnan knows a lot about women's boxing. Former trainer of Kelly Morgan and other. He knows a lot about women's boxing. So, yeah, Richard Farnan in that corner. I thought I recognised Richard Farnan in that corner. You guys aren't impressed tonight. You guys are saying this is terrible, blah, blah, blah. Davis and Dave said this girl is clubbing her to death. Got to stop this one-way traffic. Shields can end it if she brings up the uppercut. If you look at this girl, do you see there? 1 minute 30 in round 8. Do you see the way that girl's head was falling over the front foot? But Claressa won't lead with the uppercut to the head. She's thrown it to the body really well, but she won't lead with the uppercut to the head. And that's kind of disappointing me. I'd like to see a little bit better shot selection. We've seen the right hand upstairs. We've seen the overhand right upstairs. But I'd like to see her throw the uppercut upstairs because I really think she could do something. I mean, she's done pretty much everything she can, but knock this girl out. And it's getting to the buzz. A lovely little check, little counter left hook there from Shields. But it is what it is. That was a big right hand there from Shields. That landed right down the button. She doesn't follow it up. Uppercut was there. She went for the right hook to the body, which landed. But the uppercut would have been there. Left hook from Claressa Shields just misses. Marco said Shields looks good. Who thinks she's dominating? I think Shields looks great. She just can't finish. But I don't think that means she's going to lose to Savannah Marshall. Can I ask you a question? Who do you guys think is a better boxer? I'm not trying to influence you. Just tell me. Forget power for a sec. Who do you think is a better boxer? Savannah Marshall or Claressa Shields? I'm talking about boxing. I'm not talking about knockouts. We know Marshall's got more power. Who do you think is an actual better boxer? I'm just interested to know. I don't know much about women's boxing. Let me know what you think. This one's going to go the distance, I believe. Claressa's got 2 rounds to get the stoppage. She took the round off this round, didn't she, Shields? She took the round off. What do you guys think? Let's go through your comments. We're asking, who do you think is the better boxer? Shields or Marshall? High Jump King says Shields is the much better boxer. John Smith says Claressa is better, very fluid. Marco said Shields is better, but I think Marshall stops her. Chris S says Shields better boxer. Richard said Shields 100% the better boxer. Joe said, this is great. Who's the worst finisher? Shields or Parker? Joseph Parker. What do you guys think? Who's the worst finisher in boxing? Shields or Parker? Do you know who I put in there as well? As someone who can't finish their dinner? Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury needs to work on that finishing. Let me show you Chris Eubank Jr. Looking like Santa Claus. This man looks absolutely ridiculous. Let me show you Chris Eubank Jr. backstage. Looking like Father Christmas. Chris Eubank Jr., a.k.a. Flow Rider. Let me show you Flow Rider backstage, one sec. If you're just joining the show, please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button. The numbers are beginning to creep up a little bit. 143. Trust me, this is probably one of the best lives you'll watch in the UK right now. No doubt about it. We've got the best graphics. Yeah, we've got the best interactivity. We've got the best chat, and we actually know about boxing. Let me show you what Flow Rider be looking like as he's getting ready now for Liam Williams. Flow Rider. Let me get this up now. One sec. Here's Flow Rider. This man looks absolutely ridiculous there. What? Give Chris Eubank a score out of 10 for his. This is going to be his ring walk attire. Chris Eubank Jr. looking like their Father Christmas, aka Flow Rider. Let me get this up here. Chris Eubank, look at him. Look, there you go. Let me get it up with Flow Rider with the beard. He's going to look like Flow Rider. Chris Eubank backstage. You spin me right round, baby, right round, like a record, round, 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 round. Chris Eubank, a.k.a. Flow Rider. You look just like him, innit? He looks ridiculous, man. He's looking like Flow Rider. You spin me right round, baby, right round, like a rock around. Oh boy. Let me have a look. I've stopped watching Claressa Shields. I believe her opponent is, yeah. Savannah Marshall's bored. I'm fucking about to get bored as well. This one's going to go the distance. I think. No uppercut. This woman is literally falling over head first into Claressa Shields, and she will not throw the uppercut. Do you know what? If I was still in touch with Richard Farnan, I'd fucking text him on his phone and say, Richard, please tell her to throw the right uppercut. The opponent literally fell in head first all over Claressa, and Claressa was throwing overhand rights. Where's the uppercut? Ben S says, no way they can put this fight. That's a good point. Do you think that Claressa has killed off the pay-per-view tonight? What do you think? Claressa Shields versus Savannah Marshall. Apparently, it's going to be the first ever women's pay-per-view fight. No disrespect to Savannah Marshall, she does have a moustache. I'm just going to say that now, quickly while I can. But Savannah Marshall does have a moustache. Newsflash, breaking news. Breaking news! Savannah Marshall does have a... Because someone told Savannah Marshall, no disrespect, but you go to Superdrug and you can get that taken off. Real quick, they're doing Superdrug. Really easy. Really, really nice in there as well. Honestly, they get tweezers and they just tweezer it out. Really good. I think it's about £7 or something. £7 ago. Yeah. Savannah Marshall definitely got a moustache. That cameraman needs to back up. He's getting a bit too close, isn't it? He's to back up. He acting like Savannah Marshall's Ebony Bridges, and he's doing close-ups and shit. Bro, it's Savannah Marshall, yeah? The camera can only go so close. Let's have a look here. Round 10. Oh, that was a big overhand right from Claressa there. No right uppercut. Oh my gosh. Big right hooks to the body, no right uppercut to the head. Let me train Claressa Shields, please. Claressa, I'll have you knocking out opponents in no time. This is on the verge of being stopped. This is on the verge of being stopped, you know. Claressa puts a bit more of this together. Overhand right misses. She's claiming that she's talking about headbutts. Hold on. Let's have a look. I can't wait for Claressa Shields' post-fight interview. I can't wait for an excuse here for not getting a stoppage. She's boxing tremendous. Just lacks the power in the shot selection. She walked onto a big left-right hook. Still no right uppercut. Won't throw it. Won't throw it. Crazy. Davis and Dave says women's boxing should never be pay-per-view. You only want to watch people who you would never have a chance with. Those are the facts. Fair enough. How do you know what super drug charge for hair removal ultra? Oh, because, you know, because I know, innit? I just know. I just know these things. I like girls with moustaches. Just ones that don't look like Savannah Marshall. Right. Ken Peacock has made some money. Ken, it looked like you were about to lose your cash. It really did. It looked like you was about to be on the phone to Shelter tonight, looking for a place to stay. But your bets are buyers. Boom. Cash. Claressa Shields by decision. Thomas says Shields couldn't knock out a wank. It is what it is, isn't it? Give me a score out of 10 for Claressa Shields. Man, Richard Farnan looks massive these days. Are you kidding me? Look at the size of this guy. Richard Farnan looks absolutely huge these days. Seriously. He's put on a lot. He's always muscular, but he's put on a lot of muscle, hasn't he? He looks humongous. Right, what are we giving scores out of 10 for Claressa Shields? Outlast Them is giving an 8. A member of the LDBC, maybe? I'm not sure. Chris S is giving that a 6. What are we giving Claressa Shields out of 10 for that performance? My chicken's getting cold down here. I think that's going to be a hard sell for pay-per-view. What do you guys think? I think that's going to be a very, very hard sell for pay-per-view. I think that's going to be a very, very hard sell for pay-per-view. Let's have a look. Let's go through scores. Shevan's giving it a 7. James Lord's giving it a 3. Bit harsh. You like it. Matage is giving that an 8 out of 10. Thomas is giving that an 8. All Freedom Boxing is giving that a 5. Outlast Them doesn't get my joke. John Smith's giving it a 5. Ben S says 5. The opponent was poor. Joe gives it an 8. John Smith says we need Abdul back. Get in touch with him. Outlast Them wasn't able to outlast the ban. There you go. Outlast Them lasted about 2 minutes on this channel, which must be some kind of record. Might want to give that username a change. Let's have a look here. Chris S says there is no way it's on pay-per-view. Listen, Peter Fury's already said it. Shields versus Marshall has been lined up to be pay-per-view. That's what Peter Fury said today. I'll show you. This is Savannah Marshall. They're live pretending to be asleep. It is what it is. Richard says a solid 7. Never in danger. Box great. Could have done with setting up a KO though. Was tough watching her dishing out a beating, but no danger of finishing. London Shaft says no power. 5 out of 10. Right. I will say one thing. Actually, I'm not going to say it because I'm going to be accused of being horny again. So I'm not going to say that. Let's have a look here. Blah, 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 blah. Right. 145 in the chat. I'll be back in 2 seconds. I'm just popping off to get a refill on my ice cream. All right. Tonight, I'll be sponsored by this. What do you guys know about this? Haagen-Dazs Dolce de Leche. Mate, this is hard to get hold of. What do you guys know about this? This is very, very hard to get hold of, the full tub. You can only get hold of it from Ocado. There you go. That's the ice cream of choice coming in. Dolce Delec, yeah? That's an Ocado. I think that's an Ocado exclusive. So, listen, that's what we're going with tonight, yeah? We've got the exclusive ice cream in here. Just finished my Waitrose chicken. Do you know what? To be honest, this is cold. I'm going to hand this back to the missus and then finish it when Ingram comes on. When Ingram comes on to do the post-fight, I'll finish this. The ultra sip comments are coming. Trust me. People who know me know I'm a lot of things, a lot of bad things, but I'm not a simp. I'm a lot of things. I'm a lot of very, very bad things, but I'm not a simp. Chris S says salty caramel is the best. I've just had a tub of that already. We've got, so in this house, we've got 3. We've got the mango and raspberry, the salty caramel, and the Dolce Delec. So we've got 3 of them. So I've already had salty caramel. I'm now moving on to Dolce Delec. I'm just going to pause. Be back in 2 seconds. Eubank versus Williams is next. Sorry about that. When I said I was going to get some ice cream, what I meant was I was going to ask the missus to get me some ice cream. So I'm back now. Right. Shields is making a post-fight excuses. Let's see if we can get this on. Hold on. Let's see if we can hear what Shields is saying post-fight. Shields has got her post-fight excuses ready for why she didn't finish this opponent and make herself look like $1 million. Here we go. She was in the corner. She was taking 6, 7, 8 shots without responding. So I thought maybe her corner would have thrown the towel, or the judges would have had, or the refs would have had stopped it. But they didn't, and she took a beating for 10 rounds. So frustrating. Picked up just a little nick under your eye there with a little head clash in the last round, unfortunately. Yeah, it's all due to the game. Blood, sweat, tears. It won't be the first time that I got cut by hair, but it happened just the last round. But she had butted me a few times during the fight. But at the end of the day, hey, it's boxing. I'm all good. We're delighted to have you here. This whole there you go. There's Claressa. Claressa basically saying the referee should have stopped it. She's got a point. What do you guys think? Do you think the referee or her corner should have stopped the fight? She had no chance of winning. Having said that, she was fighting for the undisputed championship, so you've got to give her every chance, I guess. But that girl Kotsin was never in that fight, and she did take a big beating in that fight. Savannah Marshall there, looking very regal, ring stage. Savannah Marshall, looking like Princess Diana, with all that nice blusher on, hair all tied up in a ball. Savannah Marshall looking like a member of the royal family tonight. Nice earrings in, nice dinner jacket, short hair, looking very, very regal for a change. Not looking like He-Man. We are waiting for Chris Eubank Jr. versus Liam Williams. I think they're trying to bring Marshall in right now. Here we go. Let's have a little listen very quickly. Very quickly. The fuck?
Dimitri Talita after this. I think, first of all, it's a pleasure to have Claressa Shields over here. And great performance. Emma Kozin as well was very tough. But you know, Claressa calls herself the greatest woman of all time, but I'm sorry, you have a loss on your record, and it's Savannah Marshall, and I think Savannah is probably the only girl that has what it takes to beat Claressa, but we'll see. But it's up to me, Dimitri, now to try and make, as you say, probably the greatest women's fight of all time, and hoping for June, we'll see.
Savannah, you two, there was a fist bump of respect there. You have had some verbal battles on social media. First off, what did you make of Claressa's performance tonight?
I think if you perform like that against me, I'll absolutely wipe the floor with you.
You want me to repeat it? She said if you perform like that against her, she's going to wipe the floor with you.
Oh, beautiful. Guess what? You couldn't wipe my drawers. You hear me? You can't do shit with me. You know what?
Oh, here we go. We got the WWE shit. Clarissa's getting ghetto now. Here we go. This is the real Claressa. Clarissa's getting ghetto now. Woo, boy. It's getting ghetto in here. So take off all your clothes. Here you go. That Ben Shalom's awful, but Claressa getting in the face there. And now Savannah Marshall's now trying to point Nick. Hold on. I'll show you what's going on. Hold on. This doesn't make me want to buy it on pay-per-view, but the ladies are giving it a good try, aren't they? The ladies are giving this a good try, but here you go. There's the latest from Sky. There's Claressa Shields getting in the face of Ben Shalom. So getting in the face there of Savannah Marshall there. Claressa getting all ratchet there. Let me quickly hear this nonsense. Hold up. Let me hear this. Hold on.
I'm not sure there's much more left to say there that hasn't already been said. Apologies.
Oh, that was absolutely cringing. Listen, this is serious. Clarissa's trying to get to her. Hold on. Security is stepping in. One sec. This fucking soundbar's trash. Claressa is still going at her, by the way. Claressa is still going at her. Even though the cameras are off now, Claressa is still having a go at Shields. Sorry, Clarissa's still having a go at Shields. Okay, it's bedtime for me. Right, let's have a look at the comments. Carl Froch loves it. Michaela Meyer loves it. I wonder what Michaela Meyer's Chocolate King thinks of that dress that Michaela Meyer's wearing tonight. I'm not sure about that Union Jack top that Marissa May is wearing tonight. I'm not sure about that. You guys are all laughing at Ben Shalom, who is a clown. We all know Ben Shalom is a clown. Some of you have referred to him as the Pound Shop Eddie Hearn. I refer to Ben Shalom as Pinky from one half of Pinky and the Brain. For those of you who used to watch Animaniacs, Boxing Hype calls Ben Shalom a Wish Sam Jones. Daryl's here. Big up, Daryl. We need to get Daryl back on the show very soon. Crazy D3 says Maya's nice, isn't she? Well, she's a model, so she's supposed to be. Michaela Meyer was a model, so she's supposed to be. Shields mouthing at Shalom now. Yeah, but Shalom deserves it, innit? I mean, Ben Shalom is bloody dreadful, isn't he? I mean, this is a guy who rang up George Warren 25 minutes before Frank Warren was about to drop the biggest purse bid in the history of boxing, right? Or one of the biggest purse bids in the history of boxing. And Ben Shalom walks up. He calls George Warren 20 minutes before the bid, claiming to represent Dillian White. I should hope his number's now blocked at Warren Towers. You know that? I've told everybody at Warren Towers to make sure that Ben Shalom is blocked. The guy is a time waster. There you go. You guys like my Pinky in the Brain comment on Ben Shalom and Adam Smith. As you can see right here on the left, Claressa Shields there gets ghetto with Savannah Marshall. There you go. As you can see here, there, look. Savannah Marshall on the right next to April Hunter, pretending to fall asleep during the fight. The two had a nice chat after the fight. And there you go. As you can see, Claressa Shields getting all KFC on Savannah Marshall. Let's have a look here. Let's have a look. I'm not a fan of Michaela Meyer. What is she wearing? Oh, I see. I get it now. Michaela Meyer's trying to pay a tribute to the Spice Girls. I get it now. So if you don't know what Michaela Meyer's wearing, she's trying to pay tribute to Jerry from the Spice Girls. Now I understand it. Right. Now I understand what Michaela Meyer's trying to do. The thing about Jerry is Jerry actually had some form of cleavage. Richard from Twitter says, Ben Shalom got minus personality, less than 0. Do you know what? We slag off Eddie Hearn so... Oh, look. Whoa, man, it's Kell Brook and Amir Khan. What the fuck is this? They've got Brook and Khan watching it. And Brook looks in good shape. I saw Khan recently, yeah? And Khan, he looks slow as I've ever seen him, you know? Let me show you right now. Brook and Khan are live. And they're watching the event. Does anybody really believe that Kell Brooks sat down and actually watched that entire... Hold on, what is going on? They're going at it, aren't they? Wow, let me hear this shit. One sec.
So he never needs to look at boxing again. This is going to be a nice payday for you, Kell Brook. So you get this payday and just walk away and leave the sport happy.
No paydays left for you. That's why you took it now.
No paydays left for me.
Well,
the big payday.
Brook and Khan are having a crack at it. This is top quality stuff. Brook and Khan, look. That's been the best moment of the night so far. Seriously, that was the real main event tonight. Brooke and Khan. Let me get this up on the main screen. Look. Brooke and Khan. Well, for what I could hear there, Brooke's microphone wasn't even working. Am I right or am I wrong? It looked like Khan beat Brooke there because it looked like Brooke's microphone connected to his laptop kept cutting out. So Brooke couldn't get his words out. Oh my gosh, there you go. They loving this. Brooke looks cut. Yeah, he does. Brooke looks in great shape. Brooke looks in great shape. Khan is so punched. I saw Amir Khan on the pads, yeah, and he looks as slow as I have ever seen Amir Khan look. I mean, he looks slow. He looks slow. I have to say. Somebody said that, was it Riku said that they've seen Amir Khan on Twitter promoting Doner Kebabs. I'm not joking. I'll find it. I'll find it right now on Twitter. I'm finding it. Amir Khan was recently on Twitter in a kebab shop promoting kebabs. Amir Khan was recently seen saying, he actually did, he went, I'm telling you, this is he goes, this doner is bad. Where's Riku, man? Riku, find me that thing of Khan with his doner kebab. It was either on Instagram or it was on Twitter. And Khan was tucking into a doner kebab and he was going, this doner is bad. He's getting knocked out, you know. Khan's getting knocked out. Khan is getting knocked out, in my opinion, bro. Where is it? Is it here? I think it is, you know. I think this is it. Hold on. I think I've got it. Let me see if I can get a bit of a Khan. I found the kebab shop, yeah, but I can't find the bit with Khan in it going, this kebab, this doner is bad. Khan's getting it, mate. Khan is getting it. This dude be up in Fam's kebab shop. Let me show you. Hold on. I can't show you the Khan bit, but I'll show you what I found out. Look, I can't find the bit with Khan, but it was this kebab shop. It was Fam. I'm pretty sure it's Fam's doner kebab, and Khan turned up here. Look, that's why it says, "Wanna dine with Amir Khan at Fam's doner kebab shop?" That man's in trouble, you know. You know, Khan, he talks a slick game, doesn't he? He talks a slick game on that webcam, but he's been on them kebabs, mate. He talks a slick game on that. He talks a slick game on that webcam, but he's been eating them kebabs. I'll go for Brooke by KO. I'll go for Brooke by KO. Bro, I'm going for Brooke by KO. Bro, let me get Eubank on. Right, let's get this off the screen. Shit. Oh dear. Let me get Eubank back on. Yo, this doner kebab is bad. He's getting KO'd, man. He's getting KO'd. Right, we are nearly ready for the main event. Joe says Brooke by 5th round. Bad doner. Literally, like, where is it from Riku? I think Riku sent it to me on DMs, you know. Shit, that Riku sent me the. Let me quickly try one more try at finding this. It might have been Instagram. Hold on. That was the funniest thing. I was meant to show you. Me and Riku were meant to show you this on the show, and we just couldn't do it. This man Khan talking about doner kebabs. He's getting sparked. Simple as that. Kell Brook's taking this fight seriously. Thank you very much. Kell Brook's taking this fight very seriously. What do you think? You think Kell Brook fucking around in kebab shops and shit? Look, here he is. Look. You think Khan? You think Kell Brook's fucking around in kebab shops? Here you go. Can't find a video of him, but there you go. There's Khan in it. Kell Brook's a serious individual. He ain't fucking around in no kebab shops in Ilford talking about this doner's bad. Khan's chin. Oi, let me ask you a quick question before we move on to the main event. What do you think is made of sterner material? Amir Khan's chin or doner kebab? Tell me right now. Which item is made of sterner material? Amir Khan's chin or doner kebab? This doner is bad. My ice cream's arrived. Right, we're getting ready for the main event. Ben S says, Kell Brook nearly be dead at the weight. Oh, Kell Brook looks dreadful on the scales. But Khan is draining every pound out of Kelleny. Khan is draining every pound out of Kell. Right. Liam Williams is coming to the ring. It is like, here we go. You guys all think the Doner Kebab is stronger than Amir Khan's chin. There you go. Londoner in the stick says Doner Kebabs are definitely more structurally integral. Right, here we go. Who the fuck is this? Oh, we've got some old bloke singing. What the fuck? Is he singing Sweet Caroline or something? Or is it, oh, it might be some Welsh singer. Who the fuck is this? What are they doing in this show? Let's have a look here. Oh dear. Who's singing this? At the minute, they've got a singer singing songs. Let's have a look. Karaoke time, says Lewis Lee. Oh my God. Dreadful. Absolutely dreadful. I tell you what, Eddie Hearn will be watching this pissing his pants, isn't he? He will, won't he? Let's be honest, innit he? He'll think, fuck me. They're trying to rip all my ideas off and they're doing it badly, aren't they? They've got some crooner in there singing why Delilah. Hardly fucking Sweet Caroline, is it? I imagine Eddie Hearn will be having a good laugh watching this shit. It is what it is. Eubank versus Williams is minutes away. We're just waiting for an old 40-year-old person to finish singing why Delilah. I'm blaming this on Ben Shalom. Somebody somewhere in the production team came up with this idea. Hey, you know what? I've got a really good idea. Let's get everybody hyped up for the main event. And then just before it starts, we're going to get some old bloke with a mustache to come on and sing why Delilah. Not even Tom Jones. Not even Tom Jones. I'm telling you now, free tickets were definitely handed out for this show. I promise you. Definitely, they were definitely comping tickets. You don't treat paid customers in this way. You don't treat paid customers in this way. When they get 50-year-olds coming out to croon why Delilah, that's when you know tickets have been comped. Liam Williams is waiting to go. He's at the entrance. Don Self says the Ras is this. The Ras is this. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you someone whose reputation on the line tonight. Adam Booth. He needs to go to Adam Booth. Adam Booth's reputation is on the line. Adam Booth's reputation is on the line. He needs to go to Adam Booth. He needs to go to Adam Booth. Adam Booth's reputation is on the line tonight. Let me tell you, they say Adam Booth could turn water into wine and feed the 5,000 all at the same time. We will have to see. We will have to see. This guy's still singing. Is he singing the same song? Hold on. He's not still singing the same. Oh my gosh. Jesus, this guy is still singing. Let me tell you something right now. I knew Sky was fucked when they had Pinky in the Brain, aka Ben Shalom and Adam Smith, running the shows. I knew Sky were fucked when they brought those two in. Those two couldn't run a fucking hot bath, could they? Ben Shalom and Adam Smith. You wouldn't trust them to fucking not overcook toast, would you? Everything they touch turns to horse manure. Everything these two touch turns to horse manure. Do you know what I mean? This guy's still singing. I'm waiting for the main event. Liam Williams is waiting at the entrance, waiting to walk out to the bloody ring. This bloke's still singing why Delilah. This is fucking painful. This is painful stuff. Davies and Dave says, right, off for a smoke. I can't do it anymore. I bet most of the crowd are fucking pouring out and going to the bar or getting a last minute piss before the main event. 148 in the chat tonight. Our numbers absolutely suck. What, 151? Our numbers absolutely suck. Please hit the like button. Yeah? 150 currently watching, 76 likes. Trust me when I say this. This is the funniest commentary. Well, not funny, but this is probably the most entertaining commentary that you will hear tonight. Chris Eubank versus Liam Williams. Eubank is the favourite to win. I believe Liam Williams has a genuine chance to win. I believe Liam, and here he comes. Liam Williams is at the entrance. The main event is on. Let me just see his walkout. One sec.
And Liam Williams. This is your main event. Please welcome on his way into the ring, the Machine.
They got Liam Williams standing at the walkout with no music playing. But I tell you what, he's got a packed sellout crowd. It is what it is. I think Liam Williams can pull this off tonight. Guys, last minute predictions. 146 in here. Please hit the like button. Last minute predictions. Let's get them in. Who's going to win? Last minute predictions. Do you know what? I'm going to go with Liam Williams to win. Even though I'm going to be wrong, I'm going to go with Liam Williams to win. Just for the lows. Just for the low. I'm going with Liam Williams. Let's have a look. Joe's going with Eubank by knockout. Freedom is going with Eubank by stoppage. Liam Williams apparently coming out to 2-pack Hail Mary. Joe's going late KO. Chris Eubank. Junior KO. All of you go for Eubank by KO. So am I the only one picking Liam Williams to win this fight on points? All of you are picking Eubank. Prince Kwame, Eubank. I'm going to, just for the lows. Here comes Chris Eubank. I'll show you his ring walk. The man looks ridiculous. This man looks ridiculous. One sec. I'll show you Chris Eubank Jr. quickly walk into the arena. Walk into the ring. Hold up. This man looks absolutely ridiculous. Chris Eubank wearing his Christmas costume in the middle of February. You know them Coca-Cola adverts? Chris Eubank looks like the Santa Claus out of them Coca-Cola adverts. You know the ones I'm talking about? The holidays is coming. The holidays is coming. The holidays is coming. Look at him. This man looks... he looks absolutely ridiculous. To be fair to Chris Eubank, yeah, it's only the only way he's up now, isn't it? From that walk on. Apparently, there's some bad behaviour in the crowd. People are saying people are chucking things at him and stuff. We don't condone any of that. Is he already ring walking? Right, he'll walk straight out. He didn't even wait. Eubank's on the way to the ring. Here we go. Hold on. Oh, Eubank's coming to the ring getting a lot of abuse, man. I heard people chucking things at him. That's outrageous. Never chuck anything at anybody. Shouldn't do that. That's cowardly shit. Don't do that. Chris Eubank, a.k.a. Flow Rider, a.k.a. Santa Claus, is coming to the ring. I am the only person that's picking Liam Williams to win this fight on points, just for the lols. Amir Khan is currently trending on Twitter. I tell you what, that was absolutely hilarious. That Amir Khan live beef with Kell Brook. Absolutely hilarious. I'll give that to Amir Khan on points. I think Kell Brook there had a few problems with his webcam mic. Chris Eubank is in the ring. We're going to see if Chris Eubank can back up all the talk. Can Chris Eubank back up the talk? We're going to find out. Normally, to be honest, he does it against lower level opposition, but I think Williams is a good fight. Williams is a very, very good fight. Let's have a look here. This is Savannah Marshall on Claressa Shields. If you perform like that against me, I'll absolutely wipe the floor with you. Wind your neck in. You just went 10 rounds with an absolute child. People walking out, pillow fists. That was embarrassing. So Savannah Marshall absolutely going into Claressa Shields. For those of you who haven't missed it, Anthony Joshua, Tyson Fury going in on Anthony Joshua, saying he's a slow bum who got beaten up by a cruiserweight and that his career will be ended. So the shots have been fired, and of course, Amir Khan and Kell Brook still at it. I'm just going to go for a final piss. This fight is on. Williams has been introduced to the crowd. We're getting ready to go. I am the only person picking Liam Williams to win this fight. I don't know why. I'm obviously going to be wrong, but just for the sake of it. The keys to watch for is how does Eubank perform against the jab? That's the key to watch. The key to watch is Williams will take angles and he'll switch a lot. How will Chris Eubank adjust for that? We'll have to wait and see. I'll be back in just a second with the main event, and then Ingram will be coming on to do post-fight live. Trust me to miss the first fucking minute of the round. That fight started so quickly. I'm sorry about that. Right, 1 minute 35 to go. I am so sorry. I've just lost about 20 viewers doing that. Williams versus Eubank. I've just missed the first minute of the first round. I'm really sorry. Was in the loop. Who's winning? Who's winning the fight so far? Listen, the key to victory for Liam Williams is to jab and angle off. It looks like Liam Williams is very active and he's got Eubank on the back foot. The thing is, this is a guy, Eubanks, who showed... so this is a guy, Williams, who performed... Sorry, this is a guy, Williams, who performed with credit against Demetrius Andrade, who has, you know, he definitely has... He might have one of the best jabs in boxing, Andrade. He's got a really, really awkward long jab, right? So we'll have to wait and see. But to me, Liam Williams looks very, very good right now. But like I said before, the jab is the key to the fight. And you can see Liam Williams double jabbing Chris Eubank Jr. Double jabbing Chris Eubank Jr., but he's backing him up. And he's fighting at a very, very high pace. And Eubanks is now on the back foot. And we know Chris Eubank Jr. can't box on the back foot. We know Chris Eubank can't box on the back foot. Not that I've seen. So we'll have to wait and see. Let's see Chris Eubank Jr.'s feet don't look too bad, though. Chris Eubank's looking for the counter left hook. So that's what Liam Williams needs to watch out from, okay? Chris Eubank Jr. needs to watch out for the counter left hook. Liam Williams needs to watch for the counter left hook from Chris Eubank because that's what he's throwing. It's that counter left hook. So as Williams is coming in with the jab, Chris Eubank Jr. is looking to throw the check hook. It's that check left hook that you can see he's setting up to throw every time Williams steps in behind the jab. So Williams needs to keep throwing them feints. What happened there? He wasn't even touched. Was that a clash of feet or what? Was it a left hook? A jab? What on earth has happened there? What on earth is going on? 20 seconds to go in the first one. Oh my gosh, big right hand from Eubanks. I'm a little bit behind, unfortunately. But my word. Liam Williams there was boxing well. But it's that left, but it wasn't even the left hook, it was a jab. Oh, he's all over the place. This could be over already. Oh my God, I can't believe it. Let me see if I can get a faster sky. Sorry about that. Liam Williams was boxing well. That was a really, really bad end to the round. And it looks bad because it was it was a jab. So let me just go back to basics, right? Chris Eubank Jr. is a telegrapher, right? So if you look at Chris Eubank Jr., if you look at his left hand, he's cocking his left hand back. So he's looking for that left hook. So you can see, every time Liam Williams comes in, yeah, Chris Eubank Jr. is looking to counter him. And he's looking to counter him with that with the left hook. Now, what was this? It looked like a jab. But it's definitely that left hand that Liam Williams needs to be careful of. Yeah? When Liam Williams steps in behind the jab, Chris Eubank Jr. is looking to counter him with his own jab left hook. I can't see the knockdown. I'm trying to get a slightly faster sky at the minute, and it's the whole thing's cocking up. Bit embarrassing, really, but we'll see what happens. In the meantime, that's a bad start from Williams. He nearly got... Listen, if that fight had gone on much longer, he'd have got stopped. Right, round 2. Looks really bad. I mean, it was so bad at first, I thought it was a clash of heads. Hopefully there's no betting scandals going on. You guys are saying, how on earth could that have happened? I need to see that again. That looked bizarre. We're in round 2. Liam Williams made a fantastic start. Was bossing Chris Eubank Jr. Walked himself onto a jab, and that was it. Let's have a look again. Williams were stepping in again. Williams is actually boxing really well. It's just anytime Eubank lands on him, it's just... But Eubank's is looking for the counter left hook. You can see it every single time. Anytime Williams steps in, he's looking for the counter left hook. I'm 2 minutes into the second round. So I'm a little bit behind, but we'll keep watching. So yeah, Williams is pushing the pace. Williams is looking to dominate and push Eubank behind the jab. You know, Williams needs to be careful. It's that left hand. You can see Eubank. There you go. There you go. Eubank there trying to throw the left hook. He missed. Good jab from Williams. But it's that fucking left hook. He needs to feint as much as possible. Can't fall into a rhythm on the shots, because if Eubank picks him up on his timing, he's going to get knocked out. So Williams has to keep feinting behind everything. Good jab from Eubank. Every time Eubank hits Liam Williams, there's this immediate effect. Like, Williams doesn't look great at all. Like, anytime Eubank lands anything remotely clean, he's making, it was a left hook again. He's making Eubank look like Thomas Hearns. It's a left hook again. But that wasn't a counter left hook, but he's hurt bad. Look, you see how he struggles to get up. He looks shot. What on earth? Eubank's got to finish this. And you know what Eubanks is very, very good at? Something that Claressa's not very good at. Throwing uppercuts. Oh, that was a great little right hand from Chris Eubanks. Williams is just trying to survive. Oh my gosh. Unbelievable. It's bizarre, because Williams went 12 with Andrade. And every time Eubanks touches him, he's going to pieces here. I don't know. What do you guys think about the performance so far from Eubank? What do you guys think? I wasn't expecting this from Williams. Unbelievable. Oscar Boyle, listen, go away. What are you talking about? Let's not say Williams is shot. He got fucking dropped off a fucking jab. What are you on about? He got dropped off a jab, man. Oh, Eubank looked for the... You see that? Eubank, that was very clever from Eubank. Liam Williams tried to step in behind the jab, and Eubank slipped and went for the left uppercut, and he just missed him. He just missed him. But Williams saw around that. I'm very surprised. There you go. Richard from Twitter says that Andrade fight has done him in. Thomas says shades of Roy Jones in there. Really? You think shades of Roy Jones? I have to say, Chris Eubank's got a little bit more lateral movement than what we've seen before. I will give him that. He looks a little bit lighter on his feet. I'm not convinced about what I'm seeing from Eubank. Again, it was that left hook, and it's around the top of the head. The left hook is what was going to do Williams, but I think Williams probably already lost the fight, because Williams' only chance to win this fight was on points. He's not going to stop Chris Eubank Jr., right? So his only chance was to win the fight on points, but you know, he's getting knocked down twice already in the round, and twice in 2 rounds. This one looks over. Adam Booth, like I said before, well, you can't blame Adam Booth so much, I guess, because this is more to do with Williams the fighter more than Adam. Actually, to be honest, the tactics are quite good from the tactics at the moment, I have to say, from Chris Eubank are quite good. And from Williams are quite good. Get on the front foot, establish the jab, push Eubank back. What do you guys think? I think that when Williams isn't getting clipped, he's looking great in the fight. It's just that every time Williams gets clipped, he goes to pieces. What do you think? I could be wrong on that. Seb says Williams is making Eubank look like Hagler. I mean, if you look at Eubank took on Marcus Morrison, right? And Eubank took on a German prospect, right? The German prospect didn't get knocked down. like the way Liam Williams is getting knocked down. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? That's why when this guy said, "No, you can't just say Williams is shot." Well, there is a case for it because Eubank got in a ring with a German guy recently, innit, who just been fighting in leisure centres, and Eubank couldn't put him like that down in the opening rounds. But every time he seems to touch Williams, Williams is going down. So I don't know. People will say, "Ultra, you're hating Eubank," but I'm not seeing it. Williams is actually, when he's not getting touched, Williams is fighting really well. It's just every time he gets hit, he looks all over the place. Thomas says, only joking, that left hook looks good though, but I agree the Andrade fight's taking something out of him. I don't know. We'll see. Let's have a look. So we're in round 3. Chris Eubank Jr. hasn't really landed anything significant. I still think the way Liam Williams is fighting is really, really good against Eubank because he's pushing forward on the front foot and he's doubling up on the jab. And I don't think Chris Eubank Jr. is good on the back foot at all. He looks for that little left hook. To me, that left hook's a telegraph. I mean, even you can see Eubank's nose. There's a bit of bruising there, I think, coming on Eubank's nose because Williams is landing the jab and doubling the jab. So that's good. But the problem just is, as soon as Eubank clips Williams, it's over. And that's the problem. I have no idea where Williams' punch resistance has gone. But actually, I think he's actually boxing quite well, to be honest. I don't know what you guys think. But I think Williams, short of the knockdowns, is actually boxing with the right game plan. He's been very active. He's feinting a lot. He's foot feinting a lot. He's backing Eubank up into the corners. And he needs to keep feinting. He needs to keep feinting Eubank to stop himself walking onto big shots. Eubank, again, telegraphs every shot. You can tell by his left hand position that every time he's looking to wind up here with that left hook counter. So we'll have to wait and see. I agree with you guys who are saying Williams is losing his balance and his feet are a bit all over the place. But we'll see. I think this third round is his round so far. What would you guys think, yes or no? Am I wrong or am I right? I'm not hating on Eubank. I'm just saying. When he's not getting clipped, he looks good. I actually think he looks good. And I think he's definitely showing... I think he's definitely showing a bit of a blueprint here on what to do against Eubank. Backing him up. There's a good left hook, I think, there from Williams. Oh! Let's have a look there. That was a good little shot. But see, this is what I've been saying from the get-go. Trust me, I do know a little bit about boxing. I haven't had no fights. I've only ever sparred, but I do know a bit about boxing. And this is what I said to you. You know, that's a good jab from Williams there. You know, let me tell you, that was a good right hand from Williams as well. Let me tell you something right now. Oh, it was Eubank. Is he all right, Eubank? Let me see. He's fine. Let me tell you, that was a good round there from Williams. Good round. Let me tell you something right now. This is the reason why I'm saying if Chris Eubank Jr. steps up against a true 160 guy, he's going to go. I promise you. Can you see how much problems he's getting caused with a jab? Let me tell you something with Liam Williams tonight. He's going to get knocked out in this fight, unfortunately, right? Chris Eubank Jr. is probably going to knock Liam Williams out. If Liam Williams had a bit of punch resistance, I'd be looking at Liam Williams to win this fight. But we know when Eubanks clips him, he's going to stay hit and Eubanks is going to finish him off, right? So we know what's going to happen. But let me tell you something. Liam Williams, anybody who wants to fight Chris Eubank Jr., if you are dominant with the jab, if you establish your jab, Chris Eubank Jr. gets lost in fights. He really does get lost in fights. He doesn't have much of an offense moving backwards. You can see he's looking to wind up with that left hook every single time. If I was in Liam Williams' corner, I would say, keep dominating, keep pushing forward. He's fighting at a very, very high pace. Have you noticed that Eubank hasn't been able to take rest like he normally likes as well? Have you guys noticed that? That Eubank hasn't, Eubank likes to go for them little rests and go for a walk around the ring. Hasn't been able to take the rest that he normally takes because Williams is putting on a high pace. But Williams needs to keep fighting because, unfortunately, Eubank is the much harder puncher in this fight. And if Eubank picks up his timing, he's going to get Williams out of there. So Williams has to keep the feints going. Has to keep the feints going in this fight. Good right hand there from Chris Eubank Jr. That was a good left hook there from Williams, but that was a good... Williams got a bit... He's getting a bit... He thinks he's doing something in this fight. He landed a good little left hook there. When they're up close, though, I do worry because Chris Eubank Jr. is so explosive up close. You guys are quite far ahead of me, you see. You guys are quite far ahead of me. Oh, that's another jab. What on earth is going on? It's another jab. What the fuck is going on? It's another jab. Oh my Lord. What is going on? It's another jab. When was the last time you saw a guy get knocked down by 2 jabs in... Wow. I've never seen anything like that before. Not like that in a fight. It's 2 jabs. He's been knocked down by 2 jabs. Wow. It's a bizarre fight, isn't it? Because he's boxing well. 2 jabs. 2 jabs. I don't know what you guys think. I'm going to get in big trouble tonight for my comments on Eubank post-fight. What are you guys saying? Richard from Twitter says punch resistance is completely gone. Games You Love says shot to bits. Samuel Harrison says surely this can't get it. Liam Williams already lost this fight. He's been knocked down 3 times in 4 rounds. Liam Williams has already lost this fight. But it's the shots he's getting hit with are like, these are glancing jabs off the back foot. And it's bizarre because when he's not getting dropped, he's winning these rounds. Would you guys agree with that? When Williams isn't getting dropped, he's winning these rounds. He's winning the rounds. It's always the same. He's on top, and then he walks into a jab, and he hits the floor. Even now, Williams is he's pushing forward. Pushing Eubank back, double jabbing. Eubank's doing the whole Matador thing. Good jab there from Liam. This is bizarre. Absolutely bizarre. But we'll see. We'll see. People will probably look at this and say Chris Eubank Jr. is world class after this. We'll have to wait and see. I think they're big warning signs there. But that's my problem. You know, but I think tonight that what people will say tonight is, you know, Chris Eubank Jr., give him credit, blah, blah, blah. I think people will just say, look, Eubank looks world class. Roy Jones has made all the difference. What do you guys think? To me, honestly, I'll be honest with you, I still think it's the same Chris Eubank, but Ian Williams just can't take advantage of it. Wowza, unbelievable. Look at this guy, says, best I've seen Chris Eubank Jr. for some time. Okay, maybe it's me. Maybe this is the best Chris Eubank Jr. of we've ever seen. I'll be honest with you, I read this fight and I'm reading this fight as honestly as I can. To me, honestly, it looks like the same Chris Eubank. The only difference is Liam Williams has been dropped off 2 jabs. I mean, when Eubank isn't hurting him, he's been dominated in these rounds. But we'll have to wait and see. Let's watch this one. Hopefully this fight ends soon. It's bizarre. And normally, can I tell you something? You know when guys are hurt? When guys are badly hurt, guys back off. William Williams is jumping straight into the fire. Let's have a look. Yeah, Matthew Macklin's got Eubank 7 points ahead. This fight's over. Eubanks is coming in with the clowning and waving Williams on. The referee should tell Eubank to stop doing that and just get on with it. And it is what it is. What do you guys think? Do you think Billy Joe Saunders would beat Chris Eubank Jr.? I tell you what, honestly, and we'll see. I'm going to get accused of being a hater in a minute. Ultra, you're a hater. It's the best Eubank we've ever seen. Okay, we'll wait and see. See, Williams again. When Williams isn't getting knocked down, he's making Eubank miss. He's putting the shots together. I don't know. Nice jab there against Eubank. I don't know. It's bizarre. It's a bizarre fight, isn't it? It's an absolutely bizarre fight. Right, 2 minutes to go in round 5. I'm a little bit behind. You guys are saying Saunders still beats Eubank. I don't know about that. We'll have to see. Eubank does keep fit and does keep fit in the gym. Eubank tried to counter with a right uppercut off Liam Williams' jab and just missed. Eubank waved Williams on and took a straight jab to the face. Who have you got in this round so far, round 5? Who have you got? Eubank went for a 1-2. Williams rolled underneath and just missed. I'm just being honest. It looks like when Eubank's pushed on the back foot by a jab, it looks like he's really struggling. But again, the power tonight, or the punch resistance of Liam Williams, or the lack of a punch resistance from Liam Williams, has been his get out of jail card, if I'm being honest. But we'll have to wait and see. What do you guys think? Who do you guys think is winning this round so far? Round 5 so far. Williams has managed to stay on his feet in this round, and I've got him winning this round quite comfortably. I don't think Eubanks really landed too much at all. But, you know, it's only a matter of time before Eubanks lands with a big shot. At the minute, Eubanks has kind of gone to pieces a bit. He's going back to his old Eubank style. The thing with Eubanks, there's no jab. You see from Chris Eubank isn't jabbing at all. You see, there's no jab from Chris Eubank. He's just laying back. He's skirting the ropes. To be fair, he's way ahead in the fight, so he can afford to do it. but he's laying back looking for counter right hand, counter right uppercut, that kind of shot. There you go. Chris Eubank throws another right uppercut and misses. So at the minute, he's trying to tee Liam Williams up for a highlight reel knockout, yeah? But if you look at it at the minute, Chris Eubank's got a slight cut on his cheek, I think. Or his cheek's swelling up. He's taking a lot of jabs, and he doesn't jab himself. There's no jab there to speak of, really, from Eubank, other than the two that have knocked Williams down. But there's no real jab to speak of, really, from Eubank in the minute. The one thing I do like from Williams as well in this fight, even though he is losing the fight, is that that's a very good right hook to the body from Eubank up close. That was a very good right hook to the body from Eubank. The one thing I do like about what Williams has done tonight, which again I think is shown a blueprint, is he's fought with pace and activity. And Eubank hasn't been able to take a rest. This is the one fight I've seen from Chris Eubank Jr. where he has not been able to take a rest in this fight. This is the one fight I've seen where he has not been able to take a rest in this fight. So we're into round 6. I can't believe Williams is still up. It's a bizarre fight that Williams would take 2 jabs. So Williams can't take 2 jabs, but you know, I don't know. It's bizarre. Those knockdowns are absolutely bizarre. Boxing Ego says Chris Eubank worked with Roy Jones Jr. paying off. Okay, what do you guys think? What do you guys think? I definitely think there's a bit that his lateral movement looks a bit better. He looks a bit quicker on his feet. But what do you guys think about this? I knew they were going to say this anyway. What do you guys think? I think Roy Jones is going to get a lot of credit tonight. I'm not a believer, but it is what it is. I've never been a believer. I'm just trying to see what people are saying about the fight and what people think. Right, let's go into round. I'm a little bit behind. I think we're in round 6 now. This fight has flown by. Round 6, Chris Eubank Jr. just needs to stay on his feet or get a stoppage. He's already won this fight, deservedly so. No qualms from me. You gave that last round to Eubank. Who gave round 5 to Eubank? I don't think Eubank did anything in that round. I definitely gave that to Williams, but it's up to you. We'll have to wait and see what you guys think. We'll get Ingram on the post-fight. Ingram's watching it. We'll get Ingram on the post-fight. Ingram will tell me if Roy Jones is making a big... That was a good right hand there from Chris Eubank. Let's have a look. Oh, no, Marco's saying Eubank looks improved. Okay, we'll see. We'll see. Maybe I'm just a hater. I'm not seeing it, but we'll have to wait and see. I'm not seeing it, but we'll have to wait and see. Anyway, we're in round 6 there. That was a nice little left hook there from Eubank. That was nice. He missed the right uppercut, and he threw the left hook off it, and he landed it. That was a good shot. Good shot. It's definitely a Eubank round. Eubank's actually landed a couple of nice counters. Missed with the right uppercut, but you see Eubank's gassing a bit. Williams needs to stay on him. Keep that pace going. Because Eubank's losing his shape a little bit. You see with some of these right hands, Eubank's losing that shape a little bit. Williams needs to just stay on the pace. Stay on the pace. If you get taken out, you get taken out. But don't let Eubank go for breaks. Because Eubank's very dangerous when he goes for a break, comes back, gets explosive. Peter Fury's calling it a masterclass from Eubank. Wow, okay. I must be a hater. That right hand for Williams just missed. Just missed. Apparently, I'm the biggest hater in the minute, aren't I? Eubanks is putting on a masterclass. I'm just missing all of this good work at the minute from Chris Eubanks. What I'm supposed to say is he's a changed fighter and Roy Jones has completely turned him around. I'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see. But I tell you what, I don't think I'll be wrong. That's my opinion. I don't think I'll be wrong when it comes down to it. Round 6, Williams is still putting the pressure on. The engine's there from Williams. It's just the chin. Oh, that was a good left hook from Chris Eubank. That landed cleanly. That just grazed the chin. I would say it's definitely a Chris Eubank Jr. round, and Chris Eubank's winning this fight. But I don't know. I mean, those people, there's a good right hand from Williams. I know that missed, but for me, honestly, I just think the blueprint is clearly there to beat him. Honestly, that's my opinion, you know. And I think the blueprint to beat him is still there. It's the same blueprint, you know. Get him on the back foot, double up the jab, and Liam Williams, like I said before, showing lots of activity. Vinyl Pugilist is saying Roy Jones Jr. should get credit. Without him, Junior be the same fighter he's always been. It's not a masterclass, but it's better than he used to be. As Liam Williams pins Chris Eubank Jr. in the corner and lands a combination. Widget from Twitter says, how is it a masterclass? He keeps showboating, but he's hardly doing any actual boxing. I just think it's a very... Oh, we get Ingram on. Very, very polarizing performance. I know tonight I'll get called a hater. But I'll be honest, if Eubank put in a great performance, I would say, yeah, Eubank looks great. I mean, he's winning the fight, but I don't know. I don't know. I think Williams is having a lot of success with the jab. That's what I feel. And my opinion is, I'm not sure if that bodes well for Eubank when he starts meeting guys who are actually his size. That's my own opinion. Thomas says, Eubanks has done nothing besides knocking him down 3 times. And you know what? That's pretty much it. Other than those 3 knockdowns, he hasn't done too much in his fight. I'm just being honest. Do you think that's fair or not? Or do you think I'm being a bastard there? Eubanks winning the fight. It is what it is. He's winning, and he's winning fair and square. I'm just comparing him. I'm thinking about world level. That's what I'm saying. I'm thinking about, is Chris Eubank going to be a world champion? That's what I'm thinking about. That's what I'm looking at. Let's have a look. Right, we're into round 7. That last round I would give to Eubank. Eubank starts off with a good right hand. It's bizarre how Williams can take right hands like that but can't take a jab. Very bizarre. But Williams lines a nice jab on Eubank. But Williams has got to keep the pace high. Eubank doesn't like the work rate. He doesn't like the work rate at all. And that's the key. Doesn't like not being able to rest. 149 in the chat. Please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button. Am I a hater? What do you think? Is Ultra Tech a hater? Or is Eubank a world class? Or is Eubank really genuinely world class? Has Roy Jones given birth to a world class fighter in Chris Eubank? I'm not quite seeing it, but it is what it is. Eubank looked like he hurt Williams on the inside there with something. Williams looked like he was hanging on. Eubank there, very unfair, shoving Williams around. Dennis Baktov says Williams has a knack of sticking around in fights he's hurting. Eubanks again is on the back foot again. Let's see what he's looking for. Before you look for the right uppercut, they look for the right hand over the top. So let's see what Eubanks is doing. No, Joe, that little double jab there from Chris. He didn't land it, but a little double jab. Good work from Williams on the inside there. A little bit of an uppercut there. Good work from Williams on the inside. We all know Eubank's excellent on the inside. That's one thing I would never take away from Chris Eubank. Excellent, excellent inside fighter. Excellent at finding gaps on the inside. Williams jabbing him back onto the ropes. I just think Williams is causing him a few problems when he's not being knocked down. That's my opinion. Vinyl Pugilist says Junior is not a world level fighter. I don't think he'll get that far. We'll see. I mean, I think people are gonna put him up there after this performance. I'll be honest with you. What I see from Chris Eubank, lateral movement, yes, I can see his lateral movement. There definitely seems to be quicker on his feet, more fluid on his feet. The feet definitely seem to be better. But if you're asking me honestly, still lacks a jab. Not seeing much of a jab. Still doesn't really know how to defend against the jab, in my opinion. You know, and I think, like I said, you've got to give Roy Jones time. It's only been 2 or 3, 4 fights with Roy Jones. But if you're asking me, I don't know. You know what I'm going to say. If you're asking me, after this performance, do I think Chris Eubank Jr. is a world champion? We'll wait till after the fight. But I think this round 7, I think it's a Williams round again. I don't know how you guys think there. Chris Eubank Jr. missing there with a massive left hook, went for the right uppercut. I mean, he doesn't like the work rate, but we'll have to see. We're looking carefully. Doesn't like the work rate. A lot of skirting around the ring, hands down by his waist. Now, he's in the ring with a small 160, isn't he? He's in the ring with a very small 160. You get in the ring with some of the bigger guys, it could be problems, but we'll have to wait and see. I'm giving that last round to Williams. What do you guys think? What do you guys think of it as a fight? Do you think it's an entertaining fight? I think a few people are starting to now begin to come around to the way I'm thinking now. Can you see? What do you guys think about the quality of the fight? Can you see? Very scrappy fight. People are saying on Twitter, what is Eubanks doing? Just stop the last 2 rounds. What? Eubank never did anything in this fight to begin with. Look, let me tell you something. If Liam Williams takes those 2 jabs, right? If Liam Williams takes those 2 jabs and doesn't touch the canvas, is this a close fight, yes or no? I'm not looking for the answer I want to hear. Just tell me now. If Liam Williams takes those 2 jabs and stays on his feet, is this a close fight, yes or no? Let's see. Is if Liam Williams stays up from them 2 jabs, is it a close fight? Right, we're into round. What round are we in? We're into round 8. Liam Williams has got to win everything. Seb says no, it's not a close fight regardless. Itty Bitty Bad Boy says yes. I mean, give me your opinions. Let me know. Because I think, short of them knockdowns, Eubank ain't done nothing. Those knockdowns look very dubious to me. Is Williams there lands a good up jab on Chris Eubank. Matage says, yes, mate. Williams was winning the first 2 rounds until he got dropped. Richard thinks Williams would be ahead. That was a good right hand there from Chris Eubank. Good right hand and jab there from Chris Eubank. Those are good shots. I will give credit where credit's due. Those were good shots there from Chris Eubank. They looked to hurt Williams there. You see Eubank shoves him onto the ropes. Those are the best 2 shots that Eubank's landed for some time. Good jab, right hand over the top from Eubank. Eubank looks to counter the jab with another right hand over the top and just misses. Mark Stanton says Eubank has done fuck all in the last 3 rounds. We'll have to wait and see. But for me, Eubanks is clearly winning this round in a minute. It's a nice little left uppercut there from Eubanks. So I've got Eubanks clearly up in this round. Williams, there you go. Good jab from Williams there. That's what I'm saying. That's the key, is the jab. I do know what I'm talking about with Eubank. When you double up the jab and triple up the jab and get the jab in his face, he's lost. Keep jabbing him. Keep pushing him back. He's lost when you do that. But he's winning this round, and he's winning this fight, He's winning this fight. Williams needs a knockout to win, which isn't going to happen. Very, very scrappy fight, isn't it? Very, very, very scrappy fight. Vinyl Pugilist says Williams was winning the fights he was knocked down in. A very, very scrappy fight. Eubanks is going to be under a bit of pressure now to finish this fight, because, after them early knockdowns, if he doesn't finish this fight, I think he's going to get a bit of criticism. But we'll have to wait and see. Keeps looking for that right uppercut. Good right hand over the top from Williams there. It wasn't a hurtful shot, but just landed in glance, scoring shot. Eubank there. I think he landed the right uppercut there that time from Eubank, but it's hard to see. Might have landed it that time. Williams is staying in there, but the thing I like from Williams is he's active. And that's the key. Like, he's constantly feinting, his foot feinting. His footwork is great. He's doing a lot of great work with his feet. He's putting in lots of foot feints to try and draw a shot off. That was a good right hand there from Liam Williams there. Again, it wasn't a hard shot, but he clearly just turned the head around. That was a good little right hand there from Liam Williams. Came off the jab. You see, the jab came to Eubanks. Eubanks drops his hand by his waist and brings his chin up to the air, and Williams followed through with the right hand. And that's what I'm saying. All this talk about Roy Jones Jr. is nonsense. You see that? Jab came, Chris Eubank Jr. pulled up, hands by the waist, chin up in the air, and he took a right hand off it. This round's become closer now. Close round. I'll probably edge it towards Eubanks, though. But it's a close round. But it might go to Williams. What do you guys think about that round 8? That was a close round. I would edge towards Eubank. I thought Eubank landed the better quality shots early on. Let's see what Twitter's saying. Absolutely bizarre, isn't it, this fight? This guy's got it, Eubank up by 4 with 4 to go. Wow, Macklin's got 3 in it. Wow, is that true? Let me see that. See, this is what I'm saying. Matthew Macklin has got 3 rounds in it. And let me see. Let me see that round. Let me see how Macklin's got it. Let me wait to see the card. Gary Core says Eubank shouldn't be playing around acting too cocky. It's not that he's acting too cocky. It's that he doesn't know what to do when the jab's in his face. I keep telling you guys this. That's why he got beat by Groves, Saunders, and he would have got beat by Korobov. I'm just telling you that. That's the weakness of Chris Eubank Jr. He's been on his back foot the whole night tonight, and he doesn't have the same level of offense when he's on the back foot. Simple as that. That's it. If Williams let him come forward, this fight would be over. Williams has got 4 rounds to go, and he's got the intensity. Macklin has got Williams 3 points behind. So Matthew Macklin has Liam Williams winning the last 4 rounds. I mean, Macklin's one of the worst scorers in all of boxing. But Macklin sees a way for Williams to win this fight. I can't see it. And to be honest, if you get knocked down 3 times in a fight, do you really deserve to win a fight? I mean, that's a big question mark that has to be answered. Round 9 out of 12. Now, you see Williams is pushing Eubank on the back foot. Eubank looked for the right uppercut for the 150th time and missed it. Williams has to keep the feints going, because if he doesn't feint, Eubank will time him and make him walk into something. So Williams has to keep feinting as much as possible. But the key to this fight, there are 2 keys to this fight, as what we said before. 1 is the jab from Williams, and 2 is the work rate. Eubank doesn't like the work rate. He's constantly having to move around. In all of his previous fights, he used to hurting opponents, and then he takes a breather and he's walking around. You see how much ring coverage Eubank's putting in? Eubank is putting in a hell of a lot of ring coverage. Have you ever seen Eubank cover this much ring in any fight in his career? No. He's covering a lot of ring. And his hands are by his waist and his mouth is open. Can you see? Good right hand there from Williams. So I still think Eubank's going to win this fight. But Williams is showing signs of life. And if he hadn't been knocked down by those jabs, he'd be winning this fight easily. And I'm not saying this to hate on Chris Eubank. I'm saying this because I picked Williams to win. Good jab from Williams. Williams is way up in this round. Good jab, right hand from Williams. Williams is definitely up in this fight. But the reason I said it is to show that I do know what I'm talking about boxing. Because I was the only one to pick Williams to win. And I said the key for this fight is to be behind the jab and be active. Eubank does not like breaks. You know? And you can see all this talk about Roy Jones being a master coach is fucking nonsense. We knew that because I seen Eubank against Marcus Morrison. Nice little jab from Williams there. If Williams can keep this pace up, he's got a chance. But if the pace drops, he's definitely toast. But Eubanks, the hands are going by the waist. He's breathing out of his mouth. And the counter punches have stopped. But the two shots Williams have got to look out for is the left hook and the right uppercut. But Williams has to keep fighting. I've never seen Chris Eubank move this much in the ring. I've never seen it. Good right hand there from Williams. Right on the button. Good right hand from Williams. I wonder if that one hurt. Eubank backs up against the ropes. That was a good right hand there from Williams. This could be a fucking wow. Let's see. I'm a bit behind, guys. 20 seconds to go in round 9. Eubanks. This is interesting. But Eubank's got his little break there. You see, and there you go. You see, Eubank got his little break and he comes out on the front foot. You see what I'm saying? The activity of Williams is the key. But Eubanks doesn't like being on the front foot. And let me tell you something else about Eubank. Where's the jab? And I'm not, like I said, I'm not trying to be disrespectful. Chris Eubank Jr. is a hell of an athlete. But what do you guys think about my commentary? Rate my commentary out of 10. Give it a 1 out of 10, a 2 out of 10. Give it a 3 out of 10. What would you give my commentary? I'm judging Eubank because people are saying Chris Eubank can be a world champion, right? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, right? I'm judging Chris Eubank because people say he could be a world champion. All I'm saying for this, to be honest, yeah, is that where's the jab from Chris Eubank? ABB's giving me a 4 out of 10. That's fair. Joe's saying it's a fair commentary. Marco's giving it 11. You know what? I'm looking online on Twitter right now, and I don't think I'm that far off, you know. I think, as usual, I'm ahead of the curve. If you look on Twitter, everybody's talking about the comeback. Everybody. Williams is roaring back. Everybody's talking about it here. Look. So I don't think I'm that far off at all with my commentary at all. You know, and you got to know this about me. I was saying this even when Eubank was dominating. I point out the flaws. This is what I'm saying. I'm not one of these guys who don't know what they're talking about and just call for whoever's on top. Eubank was dominating the fight and I was still saying, but look, you know, blah, blah, blah. Now, we're into round 10. Eubank started off, he's going for it now. You know he's in trouble now. Can you see? Someone in the corner's told Chris Eubank he's in trouble because this round now, he's going for it. If he can't stop Williams in this round, it could be interesting. Round 10, Eubanks is throwing serious lever up on the inside. Someone in the corner has told Eubanks he's in trouble in this fight. Or in terms of, yeah, he's in danger of getting like a draw or something. Because Williams is racking up a fair few of these rounds. You see Eubank there, right hand, left uppercut, both missed. Williams, the key to Williams is feinting and making him miss. If Williams was just jumping in without the feints, he'd be in big trouble. But watch the footwork of Williams. Watch him go in and out. I don't know if it's like a pendulum step or something. I don't know. But he's almost, look at Williams. He's moving, then he's moving out. Williams, he's very good at throwing feints before he goes in. He's not just walking in. He's throwing feints. And Eubank has thrown a lot of shots, and now I think the wind's gone out of him just a little bit. But we'll have to wait and see. Good job from Williams, I think, there. Look. Williams has got to keep the activity up. If the activity drops, he's in trouble. But you see Williams jumping in and out with the feet. Can you see Williams moving in and out? Look at that pendulum stepping he's doing. Can you see? And he throws a jab right hand off it. That's what's fucking Eubanks up. It's the movement from Williams. The foot feints. The pendulum stepping. The in and the out stepping from Eubank. It's completely fucking him up. Because he's throwing off Eubanks' timing. Can you understand what I'm saying? Williams' footwork is fucking up Eubanks' timing. Eubanks can't pick him up because he doesn't know when he's coming in and he doesn't know when he's coming out. And Eubanks is not able, he's got no jab. Can you see Eubank? He's got no jab on the back foot. No jab. No jab whatsoever on that back foot. Doesn't know how to set up his shots on the back foot. All he's looking to do is walk Liam Williams onto a big right uppercut or a big left hook. But the problem with Williams is feinting before he goes in and it's throwing off Eubanks' timing. I'm behind in this round, but this is like another Liam Williams round. Wowza! I'm a little bit behind you guys, but this is looking like another Liam Williams round. Eubank comes in with a right hand, misses. Wowza! Sean Edwards says, bruv, this Roy Jones style ain't working. Do you know what? I love it when people doubt me and my commentary comes true. That was I don't know if that landed. I think it just missed. I love it when my commentary gets doubted and then it comes to fruition. I do know what I'm talking about. That's all I can say. I'm not like a big boxing expert, but this is why you need to like and subscribe to this channel. Yeah? That's all I'm saying. That's why you need to hit the like button and hit subscribe. I guarantee you will not hear commentary like this anywhere else. I just call it like I see it. I don't follow crowds. I don't say dumb shit to try and make myself look clever. Yeah? Where are all those guys? You know those guys who were saying Chris Eubank looks world class? You know them guys who were saying that? There's Nathaniel Wilson's here. He's sitting next to Chris Eubank Sr. So Nathaniel Wilson is there. You know all those people who were saying Chris Eubank is the best ever Chris Eubank? Where are they now? You see what I'm saying now? Told you. It's just, you know what I mean? All those guys who were saying this is the best Chris Eubank's ever looked. I said, this is the same old Chris Eubank. I said, this is the same old Chris Eubank. Nothing's changed, man. His footwork's got a bit better. He's a little bit better on his feet. I said, all that Roy Jones stuff is nonsense. It's still the same. If you still stick a jab in Chris Eubank's face, he still does not know what to do. He still has no effective jab of his own. I'm surprised, they tell you the jab is the most effective punch in boxing. Has Chris Eubank Jr. ever developed a basic jab? No. What is he doing? He's leading off with right uppercuts, for fuck's sake. He's lost like the last 6 rounds. We're into round 11. I'm going to try and get the scores in a minute. This is looking interesting. I still don't think Liam Williams deserves to win the fight because he got dropped 3 times pretty much. But look, it is what it is. I mean, if Williams stayed up from one of those jabs, he's winning the fight. But I think it tells you that Chris Eubank ain't world class. That's one thing that we're going to learn from tonight, is that Eubank ain't world class, regardless of the result tonight. Right, we're into round 11. We're way into round 11. Eubank has thrown 11. Liam Williams has got to be very, very careful on the inside. Very, very careful, because the uppercut might come. Very, very careful. I just saw Liam Williams on the inside, and when Liam Williams was on the inside, his head's falling down. So we'll have to wait and see. I'm a little bit. It's a good jab from Williams. I'm way behind on my commentary, but from the way you guys are talking, it looks like Williams has been knocked down yet again, and that is the end of the fight. But we'll have to wait and see. Good. Williams showed a lot of heart, if that's what's happened. I'm a little bit behind, so I'm just catching up. We'll get Ingram on for the live shortly. That'll be explosive. Right, let me see. 1 minute 37 to go in round 11. That right hand hardly hit gloves. Oh, but it was a right uppercut from Eubank. Oh, he's in big trouble there. Yeah, Eubank hit a right uppercut on gloves, but it was a right up. Eubank threw a right hand that hit gloves. But let's have a look. Right uppercut from Eubank, just missed. Oh, that was more of a clash of feet. That wasn't a knockdown. Oh, that was a bit dodgy, that one. What do you guys think about that? That wasn't a knockdown at all. He threw a shot and the shot hit him on his back. That's not a knockdown. There was a clash of feet, but the shot hit him around the back. It didn't hit him on the target. Oh, dear. There you go. That's the end of the fight. What do you guys think about that knockdown? I'm not convinced about that. It looked like a clash of feet. Eubank threw a right hook. The right hook hit Williams in the back and virtually pushed him over. But if it's a clash of feet and the punch hits the target, then yeah, that's fine. But that was a clash of feet and the punch hit his back and pushed him over. I don't think that's a knockdown at all. But I don't know what you guys think. I'm not an expert on the rules, but that is the end of the fight. That's a shame, man. That's a real shame. That is a real shame there. But, Williams has been down 4 times, so it is what it is. I guess you can't begrudge Chris Eubank Jr. If your opponent hits the canvas 4 times, then that's the end of it, isn't it? That last knockdown, though, to me, did not look like a knockdown. Adam Booth is fuming. Let's have a look at this. Hold on. Yeah, it's not a knockdown at all. His feet trick. You can see his feet cross. That referee is absolutely disgusting. You can see the punch did not land. You can see it went around the back of his head. And his feet crossed. That's not a knockdown. Oh, there you go. Eubank lives to fight on another night. What do you guys think? It'd be interesting to hear the judges' scorecards. Yeah, the judges have to count it. That was not a knockdown, in my opinion. Williams has only got himself to blame. I mean, this is an unbelievable fight for Williams. He's done everything but stay on his feet in this fight. Williams has done everything but stay on his feet. He has done everything. These knockdowns were bizarre, weren't they? All 4 knockdowns. I mean, I think one of them was all right, but 3 out of these 4 knockdowns. 4 knockdowns tonight. One was, 2 off a jab. One that wasn't even a knockdown, and one was very legit. But Williams is still pushing forward. Macklin's got it that round, yeah. Do you know if that round had gone to Liam Williams, this round, Liam Williams would have been fighting to win on Macklin's scorecard? If Eubank hadn't have got that knockdown on Macklin's scorecard, whoever won this round would have won the fight. Bizarre. Absolutely bizarre. But we'll see. We'll see what they say about Eubank's performance on Twitter and tonight. What do you guys think about the performance? What are we giving Chris Eubank Jr. out of 10 for tonight's performance? What do you guys think? This guy says, of course that's a knockdown. What else could it be? To me, I could clearly see Eubank's his feet cross. Wow. I'm not sure about that. Give me the scores. Ingram will be coming on. I'm going to kill this live and then Ingram's going to come on, yeah? So I'm going to start up a new live. If you are new to this channel, please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button. We will be doing a post-fight live. BWTM Sports will be coming on to give his post-fight analysis of Chris Eubank Jr. versus Liam Williams and Claressa Shields versus Kotzin. That's what we'll be doing. Your scores tonight, Eubank 4 out of 10, 5.5 out of 10, 3 out of 10, 0 out of 10, 4 out of 10, 5. I don't know, we'll have to wait and see. Who are you giving this last round to? I think you give it to Williams on work rate. Doesn't look like Chris Eubank Jr. is doing much. And I think the showboating's a bit bizarre, really. But we'll see. I mean, what do you guys think? Just a bizarre. It's a fight of what could have been, isn't it? It's just a what could have been. It really is a what could have been from Liam Williams. It's just bizarre. Absolutely bizarre. Marco's given Eubanks a 3 out of 10. Started well. Marco, if you want to join us tonight, if you can, you're welcome to come in and give your opinions. If anybody wants to call in tonight, they are welcome to call in tonight and give their opinions. So we can open up the lines if a few people want to jump in. I don't know why Eubanks is showboating. I think he's showboating because he knows he hasn't put on a world-class performance tonight. He looks ridiculous. ABB says sets up Billy Joe versus Eubank rematch. Seb says, Eubank is shit. Please just fight someone real. No, listen, Eubank is fighting a good opponent, right? Liam Williams is a good opponent, right? Liam Williams gave Andrade problems, right? So Liam Williams is a good opponent. I just think the problem is that Liam Williams is not a true 160. Should I tell you what? Do you know Liam Williams, but Zach Parker? What do you guys think? I think Zach Parker would fucking hurt Chris Eubank Jr. Let me hear what the crowd are saying. Let me put this on. The fight's over. Let me set up this live. Let's see what the crowd are saying. Adam Booth, I have to say, I give Adam Booth credit. The game plan was superb tonight. Nothing wrong with the Liam Williams game plan. The Liam Williams game plan was superb. The heart Liam Williams showed was superb. He did everything right apart from take 2 jabs. If he takes them 2 jabs and stands up, he wins this fight. Let's see. Gee whiz. There you go. Eubank deserves to win. The cards are going to be interesting, but you can't sell me Chris Eubank Jr. as a pay-per-view world-class fighter after this. I am now getting ready to set up the next live show. Oh, I have to close this one down first, don't I? Benes says, how long is Eubank going to keep having next gen on his shorts? What a performance. Matthew Macklin says it's 114, 110 to Eubank. He gave Eubank that last round. Who would you give the last round? He gave Eubank the last round. So it's 114, 110. Gary Core says Eubank said Williams won't see the 12th round, then start showboating. He should have put a statement out and knocked him out rather than... He couldn't. Eubank, to be honest, I know it sounds fucking... What I'm about to say sounds bizarre, and I will be clowned for saying this. But genuinely, right? Apart from the knockdowns, he got dominated in this fight, which sounds stupid, right? That sounds very stupid. So if people criticize me for saying that, I can understand. But it's genuinely honest truth. Apart from those knockdowns tonight, and none of them were heavy knockdowns, apart from those knockdowns, you know, Liam Williams dominated the rounds where, you know, in that fight. I thought he boxed superbly, which is why people are already talking about a rematch. He's definitely lost the fight. I just want to see these cards come in. Here we go. Let's have a listen. One sec. Here come the cards. Let's have a listen.
This bout goes the distance, 12 rounds, and we go to your judges for the decision. Victor Loughlin, Phil Edwards, Terry O'Connor scored the bout 116, 109, 116, 108, 117, 109.
117, 109. Wow. 117, 109. Oh my gosh. 117, 109. Boxing makes you sick, don't it? Boxing absolutely makes you sick. Right, guys. 159 in the chat, 93 likes. Please hit like. Please hit subscribe. We are spinning up a new live. We are spinning up a brand new live in 5 minutes. I will be joined. The panel will be here. It will be myself and it will be BWTM Sports. Get your views in. We may even let a few of you call in. Chris Eubank Jr.'s performance tonight, I thought that was not a world-class performance. I thought the judges' scorecards were absolutely disgusting, and it was what it was. Daryl is welcome to come on at some point and give his thoughts. See you soon. See you very, very soon, right? Subscribe. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit like so you can get the notification for the new live. We will be there in 5 minutes.